Hello and welcome everyone to the 16th annual Don Manzelli Memorial Telethon. My name is Jim Major and I'm joined today by my co-host Rich Mucci and Vinny Ferlusi.
Jim, how are you?
Good. How
Good to see you, Vinny.
Good. How
you ready?
I'm ready.
Another year.
All right, another year. Let's do it, guys. Today's telethon is to benefit the Council of Social Concern for all that they do for our community. Now let's take a look at who the telethon is in memory of, Don Manzelli.
Don grew up in Watertown and graduated from Watertown High School in 1946. After 2 years as a sergeant in the U.S. Army and member of the Army Ground Forces Band in Washington, D.C., Don attended Brown University and then transferred to the Colorado College. While earning a Bachelor of Science in Engineering, he developed a deep appreciation for and commitment to the college. Over the years, Don created countless structures all over Massachusetts, winning many awards and accolades. His design construction business began in the 60s in Arlington and moved to Woburn in the 70s. Don immersed himself in all aspects of the community by joining the North Suburban Chamber of Commerce, the Woburn Business Association, the Woburn Redevelopment Authority, the Lions Club, and the Winchester Hospital. Don was also a member of state and national building organizations such as the Associated General Contractors of America and Massachusetts, the American Arbitration Association, and was responsible for the accreditation of building/engineering curricula at colleges and universities throughout the United States. Don was a private pilot who traveled extensively. He was also an avid fan of jazz, classical, opera, and musical theater. In his later years, Don expended endless energy and enthusiasm for many charities, including the North Suburban YMCA, the Woburn Public Library, and the Council of Social Concern. Don Manzelli became actively involved with the Council of Social Concern in 2001 when he became a member of the Century Campaign Committee that was involved with raising money to help Council of Social Concern build his facility at 2 Merrimack Street in Woburn. Don also took on an active role by volunteering hundreds of hours helping to keep an eye on all phases of the construction of this new facility. Don was elected to the Board of Directors of Council of Social Concern on July 1st, 2006, and served until his death on June 16th, 2010. Don became active in raising new funds for the agency and took on the chairmanship of the Neighbors Helping Neighbors Campaign Committee. The legacy that Don has left at the Council of Social Concern is both a beautiful facility from which to serve the community and a more financially secure agency because of his dedication and commitment to our mission. Don will be forever missed as a friend of Council of Social Concern.
So we are back. That was a great video, Jim, of Don Manzelli and all he's done for the agency.
Great guy.
Great partner for the agency. Really got us going on the Neighbors Helping Neighbors campaign. But that's why we're here today, to continue on the mission that Don started. We honor him today by naming this telethon after him. So please call 781-995-4178 or scan the QR code to donate for today's telethon. We also have some QR codes you can scan to donate to the food pantry wish list or the Children's Center wish list. Throughout the show, we will be having some Council of Social Concern trivia, so pay attention, and you can have a chance of winning a $50 Visa gift card. You ready for that?
I'm ready.
All right, I love trivia, so. All right, up next, here's a look back at the history of the Council of Social Concern and all the programs that benefit the community.
Council of Social Concern was founded in 1969 by a group of local volunteers who were concerned about the needs of Woburn's low-income and minority families. Their purpose was to promote a climate of neighborliness and recognize the inherent dignity of people regardless of race, religion, or national origin. The agency was formed to function as a conscience to the community. Council of Social Concern was originally located at 19 Campbell Street, Woburn, and served the community at that site for 34 years. After outgrowing the Campbell Street facility, Council of Social Concern moved to their new site at 2 Merrimack Street in April of 2003. Finally, all programs under one roof, a dream come true. Council of Social Concern celebrates over 55 years of providing services to those who are in need of living in their own community through the many programs offered: the Children's Center, the Family Child Care System, Parenting Education, and the Food Pantry Program. We have brought relief and dignity to thousands of children, families, and individuals who look to us for help. Over the years, these programs have altered and expanded services and increased capacity as needed to respond to community needs. This year, our programs will assist 2,000 individuals in Woburn, Winchester, and other residents in communities within the Middlesex County. Our child care programs are currently serving over 100 0 to 5-year-olds, 100% of whom qualify for subsidies based on income, and the food pantry serves 250 families per month. This is done with the assistance of 26 staff, 21 contracted family child care providers, and over 150 volunteers. Please pick up the telephone and call 781-995-4178 or scan the QR code to donate today to the Donald Manzelli Memorial Telethon.
I'm always impressed at how many people it takes to make the mission of the Council of Social Concern happen. So we're joined today. We have an all-star lineup of some celebrities, if you will, from the Woburn and Winchester areas. We're going to start off with our first one, for City Councilor from Ward 6, Lou DeMambro. Come on down and join us.
Lou.
Hey, Lou.
How are you guys?
Welcome back.
Nice to see you. Nice
Good to see you. Thanks for coming
How
down.
you folks doing? Staying warm?
We're
Vinny,
well.
how are you?
Great. How are things up in North Woburn?
We're busy. We're busy up in North Woburn. We got the bridge project. It's well on its way.
It's about time.
Yeah, we're just about 50% done with that. They got the steel coming in hopefully in April. There's a lot going on down there with the Fairfield.
This is the new Boston Street Bridge
The
up
new
by
Boston
the
Street
MBTA
Bridge.
station.
Correct.
Yep.
And it's going really, really well. Unfortunately, through the weather and the ground freeze and everything else, and utility companies and everything, there's a lot of moving parts down there, but it's going really well.
Nice. Now the council, that's up in your area too, right?
Oh yeah, that's Ward 6, absolutely.
Excellent.
Wards 5 and 6, that's where that's going to encompass.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you guys doing?
We're good. We're just getting going here today.
Yep.
Thank you, our first guest. So you're going to kick us off today.
Excellent. Honestly, it's an honor to be here. As you guys know, Council of Social Concern is in my ward. They do great work for the community. I wish everyone would take and reach out, donate as much as you can. It's for a great cause. Great community center for the residents of Woburn and so on. I can't speak highly enough of it.
Excellent, excellent. So we want to have you help us make the phone rings. How can we have that happen?
Listen, folks, like I said, it's a great organization, okay? Woburn Council Social Concern. You can call. That phone isn't starting to ring. We want it to ring right off the hook. 781-995-4178. Please, whatever you can donate, as little or as much as you possibly can, again, for a great cause.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Lou.
Excellent. Well,
Thanks
it's
for
nice
coming
seeing you
down.
guys. Vinny, what
Good
are we
to see you.
cooking today? Anything good?
It's a secret. You got to wait and watch.
Yeah,
All
stay
right,
tuned.
all
We
right,
can't
we'll
give
stay
away.
tuned.
Hey, thanks for your
Guys,
support
thank you.
as always.
Good luck
Good to see
today.
ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right. So now we've got another member of the City Council, not any member though, but the president of our City Council, Jeff Dillon. Jeff, welcome back.
How are you, Rich?
Jeff, good to see you.
Gentlemen,
coming
how
down.
are you doing today?
We're well.
Doing well. How are you enjoying your new role as City Council president?
It's great. We have a great council. Everyone works together hard to get the job done. And Mayor Concannon's a pleasure to work with as well. So we're all working hard to keep the city going in the right direction.
Wonderful.
What's the city council up to?
City Council has a lot in front of us right now. We just finished up pretty much with the MBTA Communities Act. We have a couple other big projects coming in front of us that we're working on. So again, it's a collaborative effort that we all work hard together. Don't always agree, but that's what we like.
Right.
Now, Jeff, how do you see the Council of Social Concern making the biggest impact in our community?
Sure. Great question. I think we really have to stop and thank you guys, everyone that puts this together. we have a great community here, but part of that community is we all have to pitch in. I know throughout my life, I've needed a little helping hand, whether it be emotionally, financially, or physically. That's what social concern does. They're out in the community, they're helping with their food pantry, they're helping with their parenting skills, they're helping with their child care. This is what makes Woburn such a great place to live. So instead of spending that extra 25 or 50 bucks next Sunday, let's make today, this Sunday, a Super Sunday. Make a donation, whether it be 5, 10, 50, 100, whatever you can do. I'm gonna kick it off. Let's make some donations. Let's make today a Super Sunday so Social Concern can keep doing what they do best and helping this community thrive. So let's get those phones ringing. I better hear them ringing quick.
Fantastic.
Very well said, but maybe you can help us with our phone number and tell your constituents to give us a call at what?
Absolutely. Ward 3, the whole city of Woburn, please. 781-995-4178. Let's get those phones ringing. Let's get some money in here. Let's make today a Super Sunday.
I love it.
Wonderful. Folks, City Council President Jeff Dillon, thank you for joining us again,
Thank you, gentlemen.
Jeff.
It's a
Thank you,
pleasure.
Jeff. Thanks for coming down today and helping us out.
Vinny, good to see you.
Now, keeping on with the theme of the Woburn City Council, we're going over to the west side of the city, Ward 7. Chuck Viola. Chuck, come on down.
Chuck, how are you?
Good guys, how you
Welcome.
doing?
Thanks
Good
for
to see you,
joining
Jim.
us
Good to
today
see
on
you.
this
Not a
cold
problem.
Sunday.
Thank you. I know.
How are things over on the west side?
Things on the west side are going well. On the horizon, we have where the old Tarkey School is. We're actually dedicating the Battle Road this year for the 250th anniversary of the Revolutionary War.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's amazing
It is.
the role that Woburn played on that day.
Correct.
That kind of gets lost in the history, but if you read John's book
Yep.
and you hear about it, it's amazing. You know,
is. It is.
They were there. They helped.
Oh
and,
yeah,
it
they were
was-
some of the first ones that were there.
I know.
So what do we have planned for the
So we
250th?
plan to have a huge celebration in April. We're doing a dedication of the Battle Road itself.
Yep.
There'll be a monument there, a little bit of a park, so that people that can go there, they can visit it, they can see parts of the history of Woburn, not only Woburn, but of our country. And then
Nice.
hopefully we're hoping to get it on the National Historic Register sometime in the future.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, it's great. You came down on a Sunday.
Yep.
You're one of those guys that shows up with the rest of the city council. When the call goes out, we need help at the Council of Social Concern. What is so important about the Council of Social Concern to the city of Woburn?
So the Council of Social Concern is there to take care of anybody and everybody that needs help in the city of Woburn. Doesn't matter who you are, what economic status you are, they're there to help. They help everybody and anybody that needs it. So anybody that can, please donate today. As Jeff said, this could be Super Sunday. Don't worry about the Super Bowl. Donate today. Ward 7 residents, I encourage you to please call in at 781-995-4178 and donate. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Chuck, for coming down. We
you very
appreciate
much.
it.
Good
Good luck
seeing
with
you.
everything in
Thank
April.
you, Chuck. Good to see
Thank
you
you for
again,
your
as
leadership.
always. We thank you for
Yep.
your support.
And also for you guys to
we
do.
have a check. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Have a good
much.
rest of the day.
You too.
Vinny, take it.
Hey, we've got an old friend joining us next, representing the Woburn Historical Society. Kathy Lucero, who used to be
Kathy.
our host here. So good to see you. Welcome
Kathy,
back.
great to see you.
I have to give Vinny a kiss because I haven't seen him in ages.
It's okay. That's allowed.
I get a hug too.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Rich, I think we can go. Kathy can take over now.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
How you doing?
We're great. How are you?
Welcome back to
Thank
the
you.
stage.
Thank you. It's been a long time, my friend.
It has been.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be here today because you know how I feel about the Council of Social
Absolutely.
Concern. I've been a volunteer, I think, maybe 15 years in the food pantry, and Paula Matthews and Julia Guthrow and all the volunteers. I know Mike Ma.
Yep.
He's also a volunteer there. So we're very thrilled, really, to be here and represent them. And that's really one of the reasons. This is a check from the Woburn Historical Society.
Great. Thank you very
And
much.
yes, I actually own a business, as you know.
Yes.
So this is from Ward 3. That's Ward 3.
Ward 3, getting it started.
Yeah, we're getting started. Come on, we have to call 781-995-4178. Ward 3 and everyone else. Let's
Awesome.
go.
So I know we kind of teased it with City Councilor Chuck Viola, but we've got some pretty exciting things happening
Oh,
in
no, big time.
2025.
Yep, big time.
So what's happening in?
I know he mentioned about the Taki site. There is a committee, Woburn 250.
Yep.
Chuck, myself, and Casey Haggerty of the Planning Department of City Hall. We are doing, we have a group coming together, a committee of members that we are arranging for celebration. Because what people don't know is that's why red, white, and blue, you know me.
Love
Well, it's part of the trolley tour with the kids. But Woburn has so much to be proud of because we are there April 19, 1775.
right.
And it's our 250th of the Battle of Lexington and Concord. Woburn had 2 men on that green when the alarm went off, and we lost 2 men, and Daniel Thompson and Ezekiel. And what has happened is that we would like the kids to see Battle Road and have it as a wonderful monument. Bob Shore did the monument. It's beautiful. It will have we'll have the 3 companies with all the men who served, over 200 names.
This is exciting.
So if you do genealogical research and you're wondering if I had a Revolutionary War soldier and you're from Woburn, you can get right on there and you can see the name and what company they were in, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So.
Fantastic.
They do such fantastic work at the Historical Society. I don't know if you've been to their building over there, but it really is a treasure for this city and the people that spend time to make sure that we don't forget the
Oh, no,
past
you
and
cannot.
the
You
important roles that
Right.
Woburites have played in really the founding of our country.
Right, absolutely, and the kids need to know that. Many of our kids, when we take them out on the 3rd grade trolley tour, we take over probably close to 400 with their teachers.
Wow.
5 straight days, and we have been doing it for about 14 years. So we've taken out over 4,000 third graders, because it's for the 3rd grade, part of their curriculum for the state of Massachusetts, and we're very happy to do it. And we're thrilled, and we'd love to take them up to Battle Road, which will be all set, because many of them haven't been there, or to a burial ground. So we're really thrilled, yeah. We have fun with them.
Really exciting.
Yeah, then I
really
need a
exciting.
vacation. Have a 5th day.
We know you won't stop after that, that's for sure.
Kathy, I don't know if you ever sleep with everything you're involved in, but we're talking about fantastic work, but we have to talk about your work for the Council of Social Concern. You are an all-star volunteer.
I paid you to say that.
And right? It's okay. I had the privilege of working with Kathy this last Thanksgiving basket drive.
It's a lot of fun.
It's, the work that's done with all the volunteers and all the baskets that come in, over 400 that day go in and go out. But Kathy makes it personalized. She knows the people coming in, and she knows that, their story for a lot of these people. And she says, well, that's a family of 6 or 8, or they have this situation, give them this. She makes sure those people leave with everything they need for the holiday season. It is such a treasure to have you on that day and do that work. And it just highlights how this is always about neighbors helping neighbors. And there's no better example of that than Kathy, who's standing right here. And it was truly an honor to take over for you in this position. But I'll leave right now if you want to stick around.
That's all right, that's all right. That's okay.
But all your work that you do, and you're here today on a Sunday to promote the agency,
my pleasure,
it's always at the top of your mind. So thank you for coming out, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
And maybe you can also help us today by just, giving a shout out to the phone number,
absolutely.
encouraging all your friends and fan
my
club out
goodness,
there
if they don't,
to
there's
call.
something wrong. But I will tell you, the Council of Social Concern, for those who do not know, Woburn, it is a superstar in the city of Woburn. And without it, we cannot continue doing it. The help that we do, the child care and the child care center, and I'm at the food pantry. I work on Wednesday nights. I volunteer on Wednesday nights with working families and mostly single people, or families that really, having a hard time. So really and truly, please dial 781-995-4178.
And what's important to highlight here, Kathy, is, a lot of our clients are working class Americans.
Absolutely. It's across the board. It's a mix of everything. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
With food prices the way they are, it's just they need a little extra help, and that's the council has always been available for those individuals.
Absolutely.
And you see that every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, and there's behind the scenes. doing the shelving, is speaking for the food pantry, because that's really my thing is, there are volunteers that are there, I don't know, 3 or 4 days a week, and they put everything away, they make sure everything's perfect, nothing's, old, everything, everybody's getting,
Everything's fresh.
if I were getting it, it would have to be the way I would want it, and so I'm very, very proud of it, and we all should be very grateful, because not every community has a Woburn Council of
Correct.
Social Concern, and so we are very blessed, and we're ahead of the group there, just like we are in the Battle of April 19th, we were there, and all Woburneites should know that next year, they talked about the 250th,
Yep.
but that's 1770, but we were there on the day.
The focus will be on Woburn.
On Woburn. We
First.
actually are going to, just if I, can I say another?
No, absolutely.
Is that
Go
okay?
ahead.
We are also,
I told you, I'll leave. You guys can take over. You're doing a good job.
trying to push, but we are also going to put up around the city over 200 banners. There's 100 poles, there'll be 200 different banners, and what we are going to honor are the veterans, the men of the militia, over the 200, and I think it's like 250 names, and the companies they served in the Revolutionary War from Woburn on April 19th. And we had, as you know, we had one Revolutionary War soldier, Larrabee was his last name, and he was a bodyguard for George Washington at the Battle of, Valley Forge. Just so many wonderful stories in Woburn, but they're not really stories, they're real-life experiences. So we want everybody to come out and participate on April 12th. I don't know if Chuck gave you the date?
He did not.
Oh, there we go, April 12th. At the Taki site will be the memorial celebration.
Mark your
and-
calendars, folks.
Yeah, and then Memorial Day, the banners will be up, and we're going to continue to do some other pieces.
Thank you for keeping history alive, Kathy.
It's a blast. History's not dead.
Nobody does it better than you.
No. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
And
I do want to push one thing. We have our Historical Society has a fundraiser.
Yep.
Tequila Sunrise. It's the Eagles band.
Yes, yeah.
In
Tribute band, yeah.
March. Brian will have to remind me. March 22nd. I'm sorry. And I'm a Beatles girl, so because I'm older than that. I'm a Beatles girl. But anyway, I hope you come to support the Historical Society. We're blessed to have a Cummings grant. That's what helps us with the trolley tour with the children, because it's thousands of dollars to do it. And this would help us because we do an 8th grade program also at the Second Burial Ground with 100 8th grade students from the Joyce.
So March 22nd.
March 22nd, this is a fundraiser that will help us.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you guys. 781-995-4178. Thank you guys. Have a great
Thank you for all you do for the agency.
Thank you, Kathy.
Anytime.
Good to
Bye,
see you
guys.
again.
Bye. Nice to see you.
You too.
Did you do that polar plunge yet?
Not yet.
No. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Give it to Brian. Thank you, guys.
Wow, who can match her energy?
I know, right? I'm exhausted.
I know. So for our first act, we have Just Dancing performing Fireman.
All right, we're back, Jim. That was a great performance by Just Dancing.
Lots of talent there.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Better moves than I have.
I know. Well, we weren't told to dance today, which is good, right? We
Absolutely
could just
not.
talk. So
Yep.
I think we can handle that part. Just a reminder, please scan the QR code to donate to the food pantry wish list. As you heard Kathy say and our other guests say, you know, the need is great right now given the rise in food costs. So if any amount helps, any donation helps, so please come help us out. You know, one of the things missing today, and it's been missing for a couple of years, is Mary Lang.
Yes.
Right? Mary was such a dedicated volunteer to the Council of Social Concern and a valued member of the Woburn community. She passed away in December of 2022. She worked for the Council of Social Concern for over 35 years, Jim, and was a huge part of putting this telethon together every year. Please, let's take a look at a video in honor of Mary. We're back. That was a great video in honor
Let
of
me tell
Mary.
you, I miss Mary. She was a good friend for many, many years, did such great work, not only for the council, but for the city. You know, she was involved in pretty much everything, and we miss her dearly.
Absolutely. Up next, we have State Senator Cindy Freeman. Come on up, Senator. How are you?
Welcome back, Senator.
Oh, nice
Good to see you again.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So you're getting started in the legislative session, right?
We are. It's very exciting times.
What's on tap for the legislative session?
Well, on our end, we're going to keep working on healthcare and making sure that, we have a system that works for people who need to get care. And we'll be looking at transportation, doing more education work. So it's going to be a big session, and also we're going to have to figure out how we fit into the federal landscape. So there's a lot going on.
A lot of moving parts right now.
A lot of moving parts going on. Yeah.
So what committees are you involved in this session?
So I'm the chair of healthcare financing in the Senate.
Wow.
And I'm the vice chair of Ways and Means, Senate Ways and Means.
No
vice
small
chair.
jobs there.
No, absolutely not.
No, and I've been working on some of the immigration stuff, the emergency assistance, shelter work that the Senate's been doing. So that's pretty much what I focus on, and it pretty much takes up all my time.
Well, it sounds like it. Those
Yeah.
are some big topics.
Yeah, but I also, spend a lot of time in my community, and that's why I was so honored to be asked to come here and help you guys out.
Well, we appreciate that, and I know you've been in the Senate for a while now, and you're familiar with the Council of Social Concern, and
Absolutely.
you're here a regular guest on days like this. So we appreciate you coming down on a Sunday to help us out. What does the Council of Social Concern mean to the community from your perspective?
Well, it's such a valuable resource. I mean, systems work and programs work when they're embedded in their communities, and because they know the community, they're trusted, and they can make a huge difference. And I've just watched the council just over the years, since I started with Senator Donnelly, which was back in 2007, I've just watched them become more and more of a presence. And what they're providing is so critical, childcare, food, education. Like this is the meat, the bones of what people face every day, and the council's here and to help. And that's why the Senate was so proud to give a donation this year. We gave a donation on behalf of the Massachusetts Senate because this is such an important community resource.
Well, we appreciate your kind words and recognizing the great work the council does, and we appreciate the help of the Senate. Certainly very well said. What people don't realize maybe about the council is that we serve a population, some of the most vulnerable residents of your district, right? We're talking kids from birth now, as we have an infant room, which is opening that I'm sure Jessie Menkazime will talk about when she comes on, to preschool, to get them ready to go take advantage of the public schools and everything that Woburn has to offer. So, very well said about what the council does, and you're right. It helps when you have neighbors helping neighbors, which is the theme of the council. So, and a trusted resource in the community rather than a government agency or anything like that. So,
and
thank
government agencies do their work. They're important, but this is we can't do it without this kind of help.
There'd be a huge void if we weren't here.
Absolutely.
And we didn't have the neighbors helping neighbors, as you said. I mean, it's amazing the amount of volunteers that help out, and that's so important with keeping an organization like this going strong.
Right, absolutely.
Well, we thank you for coming.
Well, thank you
Maybe
for
you could
having me.
encourage your constituents to help us out today as well, and how would best your constituents help us today by doing what?
So there's two ways that I think you all can help. One is donate and keep these really important programs strong and sustainable. And I think the other thing that you all can do is help. Lots of this is a volunteer-run organization, and your good work and your good deeds are always welcome. So those are two ways that I think would be great for you all to get involved. And not only is it good for the community, but you will feel great doing it.
And what's the phone number if anyone watching out there wants to make a donation today?
The phone number is 781-995-4178.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Senator, for
Well,
coming
thank
down.
you.
Appreciate you coming down on a Sunday and helping us out.
Thank you. Great to see you all, and good
Great
luck.
to see you.
And keep those dollars rolling.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, like we mentioned before, we'll be asking some trivia questions throughout the show today, and here is the first one. What year was the Council of Social Concern founded?
All right.
So call in, with your answer and your pledge, and hopefully we can be awarding some gift certificates.
Sounds good.
So we're going to toss it over to Vinny, who's in the kitchen at the studios of WPMC.
Hello, everybody, and thank you, guys. You're doing a great job so far. Thank you. Today, we're going to be doing some sauces. We're going to do some easy sauces. We're going to do some piccata sauce. And I like to do it this way because sometimes when you're cooking protein like meat, like some meat or chicken or pork, a lot of that fat gets into the pan. Even if you pour it off, there's still a lot in there. So what I like to do is make these sauces ahead and save them from when I really need them, cook the protein after the fact, and then cook the sauce with the protein another night when you have a little more time, that kind of thing. So the first sauce we're going to do is piccata sauce. And that involves some garlic, and make sure you use some fresh garlic for this recipe, not powdered. This is what you really need, is fresh garlic. And we're going to start off with 3 cloves. Let's get our pan going. One way to make this a little more mild, because a lot of people have garlic sensitivity, is to take the paper off the garlic, cut it down the middle, and take that little, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, there's that little green root, or I'm not sure what you would call it, but if you take that out, it kind of milds the garlic. It makes it a little mild and not as harsh, and easily digestible. So we'll take those out today. So you can see that not all garlic has that, but you can always cut them in half and check. So we want to slice these finely. On my own show, I never use the word mince. The word mince scares me, so I just said chop finely. And that's finely enough. So we're going to go with 3 tablespoons of saltless butter. Just let me crank this up a little to get this going. What we're going to be doing is adding the garlic to this. And we kind of want to cook it till it gets somewhat translucent. And I like to use butter in this recipe instead of starting it off with olive oil, because it kind of gives it a more hearty, silky texture. Actually, after sauteing all this garlic today, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to use the studio tomorrow. And while this is sauteing, I don't want to go too heavy because I don't want to burn the garlic. We want a tablespoon of olive oil. Just going to rough measure, a tablespoon of olive oil. And I'm going to mix in 3 tablespoons of flour with this. And this I'm going to measure. And I can't pronounce the word that this is. Jim knows. Jim, what is this when you mixed?
Oh, bourbonnais.
Bourbonnais.
Butter by hand.
Butter by hand. So I'm just going to mix that olive oil with the flour. And as you can see, it's kind of a paste.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's see. And we're just going to add that to our pan. And we want to cook this till that it's a golden brown. And what did I do with that whisk? And like I said, we don't want this on a vigorous saute. We want it just, medium. And we're going to be adding some chicken broth to this, about 16, like a pint, 16 ounces. But I just want to get this a little more. The darker you get this, the more intense the flavor is going to be. So I want to get this. I want to like get it kind of golden. So now I'm going to slowly add my chicken broth. I have roughly 16 ounces here, maybe just a little more. And we're just going to add that slowly. And this can be, again, this can hold for about a week in the refrigerator. And then when you're ready to use it, you use the whole container or you use part of the container. And you can freeze it. I have tried freezing it, experimented with freezing this. It freezes great. And I got to just refer to my cheat notes a little bit. And now we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice. Fresh lemon juice if you can. Those reconstituted squeeze bottles drive me crazy. I don't think they taste like lemon juice at all. We're just going to squeeze a little bit, about a couple of tablespoons. And we'll get rid of that. And I'm going to get a couple of slices of lemon. And knock the seeds out of that if you can. And the sticker. We throw that in there. And I have some capers. And this is one of those rare occasions where I'm not going to rinse the capers off. I want some of that brine to go into the sauce. The amount of capers is your discretion.
Randy, what are capers?
They're a briny insert from a flour. I'm not sure what flour it is, but actually, basically, it's the brine is actually better than the caper itself. And a little black pepper, freshly ground. And basically, that's it. There's our sauce. See how nice and thick that is? I'm going to put another slice of lemon because everything should be in threes. So we're going to go with one more and toss that in. And again, this, when you're ready, you could saute some chicken, saute a pork chop, boneless pork chop, boneless pork cutlet, and then when those are cooked, take some of the sauce, put it over medium heat, and let that meat absorb the sauce. And you won't be disappointed because it's, like I said, it's cleaner than starting off in the pan with the residual fat from your protein. And basically, that's the easy piccata sauce. And that's all I have on this sauce. We have 2 other sauces to cook for you today, but let's head over back to Rich and Jim for some more guests.
I don't know about you, Jim, but I was taking copious notes on that one. That sauce looks great, Vinny.
I'm getting kind of hungry here. I need to sample that a little bit.
It was the garlic smell that really got me going here. So.
Absolutely. We're going to continue on with our guest. Our next one, we have the Honorable Mayor of the City of Woburn,
Fantastic.
Michael Cannon.
Mr. Mayor.
Your Honor, how are you, sir?
Good to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks
Hope
for
you like
having me.
garlic smell.
Yeah, that's not at all distracting.
Right?
How are you, Shu?
Pretty good.
Good work over
Good.
there.
Nice to see you, Mayor.
Can't wait to see the finished product. You got some chicken coming by the house later, perhaps?
You never know.
The sauce on it? Very nice. Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming down. Thank you for being here. Let's start right off. You know, you've been about mayor for what, a year now?
Just about a year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's the last year gone?
Probably the fastest year of my life, but it's gone very well. Really enjoyed it. Feel like we're getting a lot done. We've got great relationships with the city council, school committee, all the department heads. I feel like we're really clicking. Everyone's pulling in the same direction, so it's been a great year.
Great.
We see you all over the place, so which is, the job of the mayor.
It is the
You
job, and,
should be out and about with the people. Anything exciting coming up in 2025?
There's a lot of exciting things, actually. It's a busy time here in the city. We've got a few major projects underway right now. Folks have probably been paying attention to the approval of the new fire stations, and the construction will be starting soon, and Station 4 in East Woburn, Station 5 on the west side to follow after that. We're also, again, with the cooperation and support of the City Council, able to purchase the building next door to City Hall, the old Martini Insurance Building. That will become City Hall Annex, so the work is underway right now, making that ready for 3 of our departments to move over there. So that's big. Obviously, we're looking at the longer-term school building projects. There was a report out about a year and a half ago with some interesting information about what's needed in our schools, so we're working with the school committee and the city council to figure out a path forward for that. So that's big. And I know that as of late, the last few weeks, it's become in the public realm now that we're looking for information and ideas on what to do with the old Wyman School. So Alderman, City Councilor Joe Demers just had a neighborhood meeting last week, did a great job. Standing room only at the library, about 150 people. Yep. They all had a chance to weigh in with their ideas. So we're early on in that process, but that's big and exciting over the next year, I would guess. And there's probably a dozen more things that haven't come to mind right now.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot on your plate.
There's a lot going on.
So
It's exciting. A lot of services that the city offers, but how do you see the council of social concern kind of woven into that fabric?
Oh, they're an integral part of what makes Woburn special. I've heard it mentioned by a few guests earlier. There's so much that happens in Woburn. Some of it is driven by city government, but so much is done by others, and that's what makes it so special. And one of the things we've been able to do in the last year is create a position within the mayor's office, the community outreach position. I know you're going to have Samantha Stone shortly, doing tremendous work, serving as kind of like the hub for city government, to be the one place where you can come and ask a question. And it's not necessarily that the city is providing the service, but we're connecting the resident with the entity that is providing the service.
I see that happening a lot online.
Right? Yeah, the Council of Social Concern, obviously key part of all of that, but there's so many other entities operating within the city, and Samantha has embraced that role of, again, being the hub and the place that you can go and be connected to where that service is. And I have to say, tremendous amount of gratitude to Cummings Properties. They've donated space to us over at their building over on Washington Street. And in the next week or two, I don't want to steal Samantha's thunder, but we'll be opening that space. And that will be a place, community resource center, where people in the city can go. It's off-site, so there's meeting locations. We can conduct training and seminars and just meetings for various groups. And I would expect that the Council of Social Concern, who's one of our strongest partners, will play a role over there as well.
That sounds great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it's a great way to deliver the services that so many people need. And again, we're not taking the position that city government could possibly deliver all those services ourselves. But thanks to the great people at the Council of Social Concern and others here in the city, those services are out there. It's just a matter of connecting those dots a little better than maybe we had been.
Right.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. Exciting for 2025 with the new space opening. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more when Samantha comes on. But you're right. Connecting individuals to these services, because there's a lot of great work being done in the city, is huge. And
it is.
And it really is a lifesaver for a lot of these
And that is
residents.
what I think makes Woburn so special. And I'm sure other communities have something like this, and they're proud as well. But we're really proud here in Woburn that there are so many people willing to give their time, their efforts, and their money to make sure that their neighbors are taken care of. And again, city government is not in a position to be able to do it all ourselves, nor would we even want to try. It's so much to do. The good news is we don't have to do it all ourselves. We've got all these community partners that all work together to deliver. And again, that's why I'm so proud to be the mayor of Woburn, because people step up all the time to help each other out.
Well said. And I think, speaking of helping neighbors, maybe help us. Today, we're here for the Council of Social Concern, trying to raise some money to keep the mission going. If you could help and speak to your constituents and get them motivated to help us out, it would be fantastic.
Yeah,
so how did they do that?
This is one of the highlights of the year in terms of helping other people. So I'd love to hear that phone ring. Last year, I stood here for about 3 minutes and I didn't hear the phone ring once. I was a little disappointed. I was trying to be motivational, inspirational, and I didn't hear the phone ring. So I'm hoping somebody in the back room might just call right now to make the phone ring and make me feel good. The number people should be calling is 781-995-4178. They can also go online. There's all sorts of ways to help the council. Today, obviously, is the highlight. But all throughout the year, Cindy Friedman was talking about it earlier, there's always the opportunity to donate. There's always the opportunity to assist at all sorts of functions.
There you go. There are the phones.
Made the magic happen.
Probably my wife. And I appreciate that. But again, there's opportunities all year long to help out, and they can always use another set of hands. And it's such a great group. So fun to work with them, doing good things, but having a good time doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'd like to, if I could, just on behalf of my family.
You certainly can.
A small donation, maybe get the ball rolling and inspire some others. I think if people in Woburn had eyes on what's actually happening up here, they'd be inspired to help. There's so many great people stepping up to help out, and there's so many people in need who really appreciate that help. It's truly money well spent and time well spent.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you coming down. You've been a friend to the council for long before you were the mayor, so we appreciate you coming here on a Sunday, encouraging the constituents to come out and help the council, whether it's today or any day, really. Whether it's food, online donation, get those phones ringing. Even this year, Jim, we're doing Instagram. You can donate through Instagram or Facebook. We are really very technologically advanced this year, but help
Still
any way
trying to
you
figure
can.
out my MySpace account.
Yeah. Truly inspirational work, and I would encourage everybody to do what they can to help out. And I thank you two very much.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for being a leader.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your
All right.
support.
Good luck the rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you,
Take
Mr.
care.
Mayor.
Wow. Always have been very supportive. You've heard us, our next guest, we've heard us mention her name a couple times in our last interview with American Cannon, but we're going to bring on Samantha Stone. She is City of Woburn Community Outreach Program. Samantha, welcome.
Good to see you.
Great to see you, Samantha.
too.
Thanks for coming down.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be
You're
here.
a busy person.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the Community Outreach Program in the city.
Yeah, I feel deeply grateful that not only do we have an amazing partner in Cummings Properties that is donating space to us to use as a community outreach office, but also all of the furniture, all of the supplies have been donated donated by individuals. We got donations from Woburn Fire Union, Woburn Teachers Association, individual people. Just, it's been incredible and so rewarding. You know, the hub and the resource center has really been designed because I've spent about a year, so very soon after the mayor started, I started, and really got an opportunity to talk to hundreds of people who live here about individual needs and looking at patterns, and we needed to be able to serve them in space that was different than we have at City Hall because of the type of space, the hours that it's open, all kinds of different things. So I couldn't be more excited. We will be starting office hours and appointments the week of February 17th, but we already are doing some one-on-ones. We had our first workshop, and I have to plug a little bit the open house on the 13th. We're very excited about that. That's a great chance for people to come out and see the space firsthand.
Wow, wonderful. I know that I follow a lot of pages on the social media regarding Woburn, and I see residents or citizens saying something, or they're asking a question, or they're complaining about something, and I see you on there all the time, pointing people in the right direction, or answering a question, or just being the resource that we need at the right time. And we're very appreciative of what you're doing with the city.
Thank you. I think my husband might wish I didn't do it quite as many hours, but you know, all joking aside, I really do consider it a gift that I have the opportunity to do that and to be a part of the conversations that happen. And you know, we quite literally, when somebody comes in and they're hungry and they're looking for support for groceries, and we help them fill out forms for state programs and things, there's gaps of needs, and I feel good about that because I can turn to organizations like the Council of Social Concern to meet those needs. It's one of the things that I feel good about being able to help with. And I know with full confidence they're going to walk through the doors or call Social Concern, and they're going to get the help they need, and they're going to get that help right away. And that means everything to my job. It's a pleasure to be able to provide the answers to those questions.
Keep talking, you're making the phones ring.
Hey, I'll take
We're
it.
going to keep you here all afternoon.
If you can at least hear it ring 2 or 3 times, then I'll have beat Mayor Concannon, and I'll be really happy about that.
And how do we help make those phones ring?
Yeah, absolutely. You can call 781-995-4178. And I did a donation via Venmo just because that's my
Venmo, see, even Venmo.
easy way. I know you mentioned Instagram, so I also wanted to remind people you have Venmo as well.
So again, if those lines are busy, try again. Hold on the line. We appreciate your support. Samantha, thank you for coming by, joining us this Sunday.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Samantha. Good luck with the new center.
Thank you so much.
All right, you want to bring on our next guest?
Absolutely. Our next guest is Michael Morini from the Woburn School Committee.
Michael Morenin, come on down.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
How are you, my friend?
Michael.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you
Good
right
to
here in
see
the
you.
middle.
I like
How
your
you doing?
tie.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
appropriate.
Periodic table of elements
Well,
on
you
your
don't have to be a
tie.
rocket scientist to know the phone number here, the Social Concern to donate today. Hi, Jim. 781-995-4178. Get those phones ringing. Get the monies in here today for Social Concern and all the great things that they serve our community doing. So, how's it been going?
We're doing good. I think we've seen you at pretty much every telethon that we've had over the years.
Yeah,
You've been supporting us and joining us, and representing one group or another. And this year, you're representing the school committee.
Yes, well, obviously I see Colleen Cormier, some other school board members will be coming in this afternoon as well to support such a great organization, helping the community as well as our school students and families that have been mentioned previously what they need. And I remember going back to the food pantry days when it was just a Campbell Street operation to see what's going on up there today, to have the child care programming.
Come a long way since then.
Come a long way since then, and it's just helping the community. Again, one of the guests earlier said it's helping all the communities. It wasn't just, a few small people. It's round-the-clock help, assistance, wherever you need it. It's there as a social concern organization. And once again, you can give today by 781-995-4178, or the QR code, or the Venmo, or whatever else we're doing today.
Excellent.
Well, thank you for coming down. We appreciate it.
On behalf of the Martin family who's taking these donations, small donations
Jim.
from Michael and Stacy as well, we appreciate what you guys are doing, and keep up the good work of Social Concern, and we'll see you next year.
All right, thank you
Thank
for
you.
your support
Very
as
much, guys.
always, Michael.
Thanks for
All right,
coming
guys.
down.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
All right.
All right, Ed, we are rolling. We have our next guest coming on. This person is a friend of the Council of Social Concern, Sheila McElady, longtime friend.
Well, hello there.
Sheila.
Good to see you, Sheila.
Good to see you as well, Jim.
Good to see you,
Good
Sheila.
to see you as well. Thank you so much for inviting me once again. I look forward to this. Everybody's doing well?
Everyone's well. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Keep yourself busy?
I am, and all good things, hopefully, as you people are as well. And I just really enjoy this opportunity to speak on behalf of the Council of Social Concern. You people do amazing work. You really are on the ground floor as far as meeting people's needs, and in this economic economy, I guess that's redundant, but I mean, I guess that's the economic times we live in. I just see that need, as I'm sure you people do too, become more increasingly important to meet. And so I thank you very much for continuing the wonderful tradition that the council has been so involved in and known for so many years.
Well, you know, the council has been a part of your family for a long time.
Yes, it has.
Jack,
yes, it has.
you know, and maybe you could talk a little bit about Jack. We named our auction, our event
it's
in the
wonderful.
spring after him, and you know, he was, you know, dedicated to this cause. You know, many sleepless nights, many hours here. You know, trying to get the council to the next level.
Yes.
What was so important to Jack about the Council of Social Concern?
You know, I think it goes back to neighbors helping neighbors, and I think for him, I believe he was the chairperson of the committee, the capital committee, to raise the money to get the building, to put everybody under one roof. And I know that was a personal goal of his. I believe up until then, different programs were kind of scattered throughout the city.
Right.
But he just really felt very strongly about bringing it all under one roof and making it more accessible and available to people. And so I think for him, having that real basic concern for meeting people's very basic needs was something that really drove him. And of course, his love of Woburn. I mean, he never really thought there was any place like Woburn.
That's
and,
for sure.
you know, I know, you know, he loved Woburn because of the people. I think he just always felt like it was such a wonderful community where people really do help each other, care for each other, step up for each other. And I know that was something that he felt that the council was a real vehicle to accommodate that feeling and capture all that energy to help other people who just clearly need it. So, yeah, I do remember, and I'll wrap up with this, but I do remember, you know, way back when we first met each other and, you know, talking about what interests you have and what do you do and all. And I remember when he first said, well, the Woburn Council of Social Concern, I had no idea what that meant. I was like, well, what do they do? I mean, it's, you know, it just seemed, I was never familiar with anything like that before. And certainly I became familiar as time went on. And I just have seen it grow, even when you speak about the auction, when it's first started way back, you know, with the Veteran School Day, and it would take months to
All those tables.
lots of tables, lots of tables. And I just have seen it grow, and how wonderful it is for me personally to see that, and what an honor it is that you remember Jack in that very special way.
Well, he was a great friend to the Council of Social Concern and instrumental with Don Manzelli to getting the building built and everything under one roof. And, you know, and it's great to see, you know, the mission that Jack and Don believed in. And it's evolved and how it continues to evolve. Like I said before, you know, opening an infant room now at the Council of Social Concern. I mean, there's not many places where you can go and find infant care for people in need.
The need exists. And we're able to solve that, or help solve that need anyway.
But we need help, right? We need help, and that's why we have days like today, and that's why we have guests like Sheila, who are ingrained in the Woburn community, to come help us get those phones going, get Venmo going, Instagram, online, however you want to donate, but donate, right? And how do they do that, Sheila?
Well, they do that, first of all, by calling 781-995-4178. And speaking of donations, I'd like to make a donation in Jack's memory to the council, and you people carrying the torch, you know, and how wonderful that is.
Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for being here. We'll see you at the spring event in honor of Jack.
Wouldn't miss it. Thank you kindly.
Lovely to see you again.
Oh, pleasure's mine. Thank you.
All right. We're on a roll now, Jim.
We are. We're going to bring up another member of the Woburn School Committee, Colleen Cormier. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Come in between us.
Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's everything on the school committee?
Things are busy, which
Sounds
is a good thing. It's good. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of really moving the district forward. So,
You know, Jim and I have been doing this for a couple of years now, but you know, the guests coming in today seem to have a lot of energy, a lot of life, you know, a lot going on in the city of Woburn, a lot of exciting times, and you know, the school committee is no stranger to that. Sounds
This is
like
true.
so keeping you busy.
yep, looking to build some new buildings, redistrict for the first time since I think 1989.
Oh, wow.
And you know, make sure everything is spread out evenly. Everybody's got what they need. So. It takes a lot of work, but
And talking about need, you're here for the Council of Social Concern. You know, you've been involved in the community for a long time. What is so special about the Council of Social Concern to you?
for me, it's the food pantry. It's the access for folks that need it, and the amount of use that the council gets shows you how much we still need, you know, in the town. And so I'm so glad that they're still here and able to, you know, raise so much money through this. I just threw my donation over there on my way in here, and I hope everybody does the same. I hope everybody gives us a call, 781-995-4178. Plus, Paul is looking a little bored over there. She needs the phone to start ringing.
We're going to make those phones ring. And don't forget, we have that trivia question that's outstanding. What year did Social Concern start in the city of Woburn? If you answer that on the phone, you have a chance to win a gift certificate.
Look at that.
Sounds good. Something new for this year. Well, we thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do for the city. And thank you for being here today with us.
Thanks for having me.
Colleen, thank you.
Thanks. All right, up next, we have the Woburn Memorial High School STEP team.
All right.
Let me see y'all do what I do, do what I do, do what I do. Let me see y'all do what I do, do what I do, do what I do. Let me see y'all do what I do, do what I do, do what I do. Let me see y'all do what I do, do what I do, do what I do. Let me see y'all do what I do, do what I do, do what I do. Let me see y'all do what I do, do what I do. 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking good today. Yeah, the Woburn tenders look good every day. I said my stuff on. Yeah, we're looking good today. Yeah, the Woburn tenders look good every day. I said.
Wow, that was pretty impressive. Some talented
Very
students
talented
here at the high
students,
school. Fantastic. So our next guest we have from the Club of Social Concern, the president of that club, Dave Mullally.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, David, how are you? Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Have a spot.
Thanks for coming down, right in the middle here.
So David, talk to us about the Club of Social Concern. What is it? What do you guys do?
Well, generally, we're kind of like the extension of the council at the high school. So,
Okay.
you know, we're the students who are doing work and we're helping out. We show up to club events like the recycling event and the Thanksgiving basket drive. And we generally try and help out, provide the manpower, and do our part helping the community.
What year are you at the high school?
I'm a senior.
Good for you. And how long have you been with the Club of Council of Social Concern?
4 years.
And what brought you to get involved with the Club of Council of Social Concern?
Well, I've been doing Boy Scouts since I was about
Eagle Scout.
first grade.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm an Eagle Scout
Congratulations.
now. Thank you. And that, you know, that was the early introduction to get me to serving my community, helping out. I mean, I've always believed that. I think service is one of the big things we can do as people, to kind of help out around each other. It's what keeps us going.
Great. And speaking of helping out, these guys are instrumental at our Thanksgiving food drive. You know, we're moving in and out 400 baskets.
Have him tell us about the food
Yeah,
drive.
so-
What are your thoughts? What do you see? What are you doing at the food drive?
Well, generally, we show up with as many people as we can get, and we start helping out. We collect food and we put it in baskets, and it's crazy to see that the Legion that also hosts my. They also host my scout troop.
Yep.
It's crazy to see that entire room filled wall to wall with baskets.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, that operation. But,
Yeah.
you know, guys like you and students are instrumental to the cause, so thanks for helping out and getting involved. And thanks
How
for
many
being
people
today.
are involved in the club?
I'm assuming we have around 60 people on our roster.
That's probably one of the biggest service clubs at the high school, I'm sure.
Yeah. It varies how many people we can get. But,
Anything coming up for 2025 to end the school year?
I think we have a charity auction that's coming up, and we'll be doing some helping out there.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What do you have your sights set on for next year?
I'm trying to go to the military academy, West Point, or
This kid never fails to
Good
amaze
luck.
us.
That's great.
Best of luck with that, that's for sure.
yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
There would be be good to have you there.
Thank you
Exactly.
very much. Yeah.
Well, thank you for all you do for the council, and maybe give a shout out to your classmates right now, and encourage them to help out as well. How can they do that?
Well, just find a club and do it. I mean, there's so many clubs out there, and they're all doing their part little by little. You don't have to join Social Concern. You can do whichever one you like. So
Great.
just find something to do.
And you're the generation of Instagram or Venmo or things like that. So your classmates can $5 donation would go a long way today to help us
yeah.
get to our cause. And Venmo or Instagram, maybe you can post our page out today, as we have a donate fundraiser on Instagram right now that would help out a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. It's good talking to you guys.
You too.
Thanks for what you do and for joining us today.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, we're going to keep it going. We have State Representative Richard Haggerty joining us. Representative.
How are you,
Nice to see
Representative
you.
Haggerty?
Good to see
Good
you.
to see
Nice
you
to see you.
again.
You too.
Thanks for having me in. I appreciate it. How's everything going?
I think we're doing okay.
I love it. I love it.
It's rolling right along. We're what, more than an hour in. We're a couple more hours to go. I haven't heard a total yet, but I'm sure we're well on our way to getting our goal.
Terrific, terrific.
Well, thanks for coming down. How's everything at the State House?
It's going good. It's going good. We're gearing up. Everybody was sworn in at the beginning of the month. Some new legislators are in, and we're going through the committee process now and filing new legislation and starting the public hearing process and all the fun stuff to get
Have you
things rocking
received
and
your
rolling.
assignments yet?
Not yet. Probably next week, maybe the week after. But we're, we feel pretty good about where we're going to land. And
Excellent.
we just finished, I think, one of the more successful legislative sessions in a long time. So we're just focused on. My hope is we're going to continue to remain focused on keeping Massachusetts affordable. I mean, it's a giant issue for a lot of people out there. And
Sure is.
last session we passed the largest tax relief package we've ever done, and we got to remain focused on that. So
Great.
That's my message to the folks in there and to the folks in our community.
Well, you've been a great friend to the Council of Social Concern for a lot of years before you even elected. So what does it mean to you?
Well, it's an awesome organization. I had the chance to go over back maybe 2 months ago and meet with Jesse and kind of go through again and just talk with some folks and learn more about what's going on and understand better about some of the programming that's happening there, not just the food bank and things like that, but also the daycare and schooling aspect of things. And I know that there's a lot kind of queued up and ready to rock, even in the spring around some improvements down there, and I'm excited to hear that through some of the state grant funding that's got an opportunity to take place. And for me, being able to connect the residents who reach out to my office with the services that this organization provides is just so critical to be able to help people when they need it. And that's what this organization does to our city and to the town of Winchester.
Great. Well, we're here for a specific reason.
Yeah.
And maybe you can help us promote what we're trying to do today.
Absolutely. Get on those phones. Let me shout out the number, 781-995-4178. Help the Council of Social Concern, an incredible organization here in our community, and an organization that's really been around for a long, long time. We want to make sure they continue to have the resources that they need to be able to help people in our community when they need it. And I'm proud to join you every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thanks, Jim.
Well,
thank you, Rich. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Rich, for coming down.
Thanks, Rich.
Have
Take
a great
care.
one. All right, Jim, we're going to keep rolling here. We have from Winchester Rotary, I believe.
No, from the Woburn Rotary.
I'm sorry. I'm from Winchester
You're from
Rotary.
Winchester Rotary. I'm from Woburn Rotary.
We're all
so
Rotarians.
We have Danny Walborn, who is the president-elect of the Woburn Rotary Club. Danny?
Jim, Rich, how you doing,
Thanks for coming down.
Welcome, welcome. How are things at Rotary this year?
Very good, very good. We are all over the place. I feel like there's always something going on, always trying to do some good around the community, and hence why we're here actually today.
And you've been involved with the council for so long as a board member, I believe?
Yes, yes.
And you could
roughly 10 years, maybe?
I think so. I think we started around together, so it's been a while. We won't date ourselves.
Yeah, good idea, good idea.
But, what have you seen from the council and how they've impacted the community?
I mean, just it amazes me every day. All of the programs that we offer, all the children that we're able to help, all the families that we touch in both Woburn and Winchester. It is just amazing. It really is. You walk through the Children's Center and you see all the stuff, all the activities we have for the kids, all the learning that's going on. Then you walk by the food pantry and I've actually been fortunate enough, I've been volunteering down there this year. Been helping out. Had to take a little step back, sorry, Paula. I'll get back on the list soon. And, but just being able to help people in the community and see how thankful and appreciative they are, it really does warm your heart to be part of such a great organization like this.
Great.
Yeah, Woburn Rotary Club just did an ongoing project that benefited the food pantry, birthday party bags.
Yes.
Talk to us about that project.
Yeah. So through the help of the Cummings Foundation, we do a bunch of projects around town. And one of them, one of our most favorite ones too, Jim here is in charge of. And what we do as a Rotary Club is we get everything together and we provide birthday party bags to the children or to the food pantry at Social Concern. And what that entails is it has cake mix, candles, plates, hats sometimes, candles, pretty much everything you
Frosting
need.
For that cake.
Frosting.
You gotta have frosting.
Right? Yeah, that would ruin the birthday right there if we didn't have the frosting. But yeah, so we put them all together as a club, and then Jim brings them right down, drops them off, so they're there, and anytime anyone has a birthday, when they come in and do that pickup, they can do that, and they can have a birthday party and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good
It's
stuff.
great work by the Woburn Rotary, and it just shows the partnerships that exist in this city amongst agencies like the council and organizations like Woburn Rotary. So.
Exactly. And in that vein, I would like to make a donation on behalf of Rotary on the amount of $1,000 to the
Fantastic.
Council of Social Concern.
Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate the
Absolutely.
support.
We are more than happy to do it and love doing it every year.
Year after year.
Yes.
Yeah, Rotary does wonderful work.
They do. Well, thank you, Danny, for coming down. Appreciate it. Good luck as president-elect.
Thank you, my
Yeah,
friend.
thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Yeah, it's amazing. We have our Rotary Club, but we also have a Kiwanis Club. We also have 3 Lions Clubs. We have so many different volunteer organizations. I think we're going to see a couple of those later on in the show today. But, my point is we've got so many people giving to the city in different ways. And, we encourage folks that are watching today to help make the phone ring and give a little bit so that we can continue our mission here at the Council of Social Concern.
Absolutely. Very well said. It's looking like that. The phone rings on
phone
cue.
is ringing.
Nice job, Jim. All right, next up, we have the superintendent of the Woburn Public Schools, Matt Crowley. Come on down, Matt.
Mr. Crowley, welcome back.
How are you? Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for allowing us to be here at the studio today in the beautiful Woburn High School. It's always a great day to be here, always for a great cause. But how are things going in the school system?
Things are great. I tell you that we have an amazing staff. Our teachers and staff are outstanding. And I was chatting before coming in, and people ask that question all the time. I think it's challenging right now to be an educator, and our staff are rising to the challenge. Our kids need it, and I'm appreciative of everybody's efforts every day to give the students and all of our kids what they need. The needs have changed over time, and I was talking to Representative Haggerty. The past 5 years have really highlighted some of the need to change what we do each and every day.
Sure.
It sounds like there's a lot going on in the city, especially surrounding the schools and school committee. It sounds like 2025 will be a good year. Today we've got students helping us out, right? So you see your students in action.
Yeah.
Talk to us about service in the Woburn school system. And we just had the president of Club Social Concern over, but what are you trying to do in that aspect?
I'm just blown away by the kids in Woburn, because I don't think they think it's anything special, but they are special. And I think it's second nature to them to volunteer time. The yes hours, the youth engaged in service that kids do from an elementary level all the way through high school is something, again, I inherited the culture, and it's just a really, really strong, powerful culture. We have the students at the high school that go and volunteer at elementary schools still. And again, I think it's a tribute to the culture in Woburn of serving each other that I am just trying to maintain and support.
Well, we appreciate you maintaining it and supporting the neighbors, helping neighbors mentality here in the city.
Yeah.
What brings you down today specifically for the Council of Social Concern?
Well, the organization's been around for 55 years, and we've had a great relationship with the school and the Council for Social Concern, whether it's through our backpack program. I've been able to be on the telethon for a few different times. And I look forward to it annually. I do have a small donation from the Crowley family.
Well, we appreciate that.
To the Council of Social Concern, and I appreciate all that you do to support everybody in the city.
Great.
Thank you.
Well,
I'll take that from you.
Thank you for coming down. Thank you for being here. And maybe just shout out the number for people to call.
Certainly. The number to call is 781-995-4178. Please call and make a donation now. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Superintendent.
Mr. Crowley.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Well, Jim, we've heard a lot about our food pantry today, all the guests coming on talking about it. Now we're going to show you how the food pantry operates. Watch this video.
So we have a volunteer that does check-in, and she'll check them in here, verify their address, and make their appointment for the following month, and give them an appointment card. So they'll check in, get their appointment, pastries and breads here, and then they go into this room over here. This is kind of like just when we get the individual snacks and everything, they can come in here, and it helps, with kids going to school, if they need snacks for them at home to bring to school. This is like individual snacks. We also have baby formula that they can help themselves with. So they'll come in, and we have fresh produce, frozen items as well. And they just go through and shop through these shelves. And it goes by size of family, so we have a lot of non-English speaking clients, so we can just kind of point. If you have a family of 4, you get 3 from the shelf, and so on. It's easy to communicate. And our volunteers will be here, and they'll bag for them.
Richard has one in his pocket,
Well, it was a pretty impressive view of what the food pantry does.
It always is, Jim. It always is.
And the needs year-round. I mean, I know around the holidays, people seem to be generous, giving to the food pantry and whatnot, but the need never disappears.
No, it never does, especially this time of year. Certainly if you're inclined, we take donations every day. So,
all right.
Happy to donate.
So our next guest, on behalf of the Flaherty family, we have Flaherty family friend, Art Duffy. Mr. Duffy, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Hi, Art. How are you?
Come on in.
Right back here with us.
Thank you.
Let the camera see this guy here. Longtime friend, longtime supporter of the Council Social Concern, and all-around good guy for the city of Woburn. So what brings you to us today, Art?
Well, I'd like to make a presentation to social concerns from Kathy and John Flaherty. As you said, Jim, longtime supporters. And they're very involved in the community, but social concerns is one of the big programs that they support. And also, I have a small donation from my wife and I, Dawn. And at this time, I'd like to get a shout out to Woburn Public Media. I've been on the board for 10 years, and over the 10 years, I've seen such an increase in the participation and growth under the leadership of Brian Willett and his great staff. I've seen big fundraisers that the public media has sponsored, like New Path, and as well as a social concern here. And they do a tremendous job, and I hope everybody appreciates what they do for this community.
Well, Art, you said a lot there, and we're appreciative of everything you're talking about. Let's go back for a second and talk about the Flaherty family. John and his wife have been steadfast in their support for this organization, the Council of Social Concern. I know Don was somebody close to them, and that's why they support the cause in addition to what we do every day at the council. But a big thank you to the Flaherty family for all they do, not just for our organization, but for the city. They're real philanthropists, and we appreciate all their support over the years in helping us today.
Yeah, for the whole community, they're involved in everything, very quietly.
Very quietly.
But they are very involved, and then the community appreciates everything that they've done for the community.
And you mentioned public media and your role being on the board. Absolutely, right? We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the hard work of everything they do. We're going to thank them a little bit more formally later on, but you're right. They do great work. They're the eyes and ears for the community in a lot of different meetings and things like that. So thank you for serving on the board and helping out.
My pleasure.
And what have you seen over the years with the Council of Social Concern and how they've helped the city?
The various programs that the food pantry, everything that they do is for the community, and the community appreciates everything that they've done. It's constant all the time, year-round. So.
Well, we thank you for being here today. We thank you for your donation. Thank you for representing the Flaherty family and everything that they do, and being here as a valued member, a trusted friend to them. So thank you for coming down today and helping us out.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, Art.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, up next we have another performance from Just Dancing, so please enjoy If the World Was Ending.
Watching television, it's been a year now. Think I figured
Okay, we are back, and I have the trivia answer. Reminder, the question was, what?
When was the Council of Social Concern founded? And the answer?
And the answer is 1969.
Good. There you go.
All right.
Hopefully someone got that answer at home.
I think so. I'm not sure if we have a winner to that, because again, they had to call in with the answer in order to win it. I'm not sure if anybody did that or not, but we do have another opportunity coming up with another trivia question later on.
Well, it looks like the garlic smell has dissipated in here, so I think it's time we cook something else.
Let's recharge that. Let's go back to Vinny.
All right. Thanks, Vinny.
The good news is that 3 of our guests asked me for the recipe, so that was good. That's good. I feel good about that.
Sorry.
So we made, again, our first recipe was piccata sauce, and I hope you all enjoyed that. Our next sauce is marsala sauce, which we use for saltimbocca. And if you're not familiar with that term, it kind of means to jump in the mouth. So this is going to be a recipe that is going to have intense marsala wine flavor. So what we want to do, the first thing we want to do is get our pan hot. And when I buy mushrooms, I store them in a paper bag, and I put them in a cool place in the refrigerator. Of course, everyone should know this, that the coldest place in the refrigerator is the high shelf, the top shelf. And then the not so cold place is down below, and that's where you want to keep mushrooms. And you put them in a paper bag, and that keeps them from spoiling. So I have, I'm going to use a mixture of a few different types of mushrooms. I'm going to get rid of the knot on this big portobello, but I'm going to save it for something else. You can always use that. Don't throw these away. It's edible. Just save them for another time. And I'm just going to cut that. And maybe I'll just use half that because I have 2 other types of mushrooms. And when you make a sauce like this, or you make anything, I mean, white button mushrooms you can always use, but mix and match. It gives more intense flavor in any dish that you're making. So I have this heated up. I'm going to go with like 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is just regular olive oil. It's not extra virgin. We'll toss those in, get those started. And I have these king mushrooms, which are very nice. I'm just going to get off the very bottom and slice those up. These have a lot of body to them. They don't shrink much, and they add a lot of flavor to different dishes. Get creative. Toss that in. What else do we have? I got regular white button mushroom. I have another king mushroom. And again, this recipe can be made by sauteing either veal, chicken, or pork, like a pork cutlet. But I like to make these sauces in advance so I can use them at different intervals, different times. Another white mushroom. Toss that in. I think that should be good. We're looking for about 8 ounces, give or take, for this recipe. Where's my handy turner? So I'm just gonna crank this up just a little, get this moving. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt to this to extract those juices out of the mushroom so they'll caramelize a little more. Crank it up just a little more again. And we're gonna be doing a, where is Jim? Did Jim leave the studio? I can't think of that word that he used, but we're gonna do the flour with the fat again. We did it with olive oil the first time for the piccata sauce, but this time we're going to be doing it with butter. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter in this bowl, and I need 2 tablespoons of flour. And again, I'm using saltless butter because that way I can control the seasoning better. Of course, your butter has to be softened to do this, and you just kind of want to make a paste out of that. You want to incorporate that as best as you can. And I think that's going to do it. Let's see how our mushrooms are doing. Just want to brown them a little. I'm going to add a little pepper to this. What was that word again, Jim?
Bourbon.
What is it?
Bourbon.
Bourbon, yeah. I'll have to incorporate.
It's French.
Yeah.
You're not French, Vinny?
Not today. No. So again, right now I have some king mushrooms, some white button mushrooms, and some portobello mushrooms. Of course, you can use anything you want, really get exotic. If you can find porcinis, which you only can find in August and September around here. So I'm going to crank this up one more level, because I'm going to blast this with a cup of Marsala. Let's just eyeball that, which is okay. Now I want to burn that alcohol off. Again, this is that paste that I have, the 3 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. But prior to adding this, I just want to get this reduced down somewhat. We're going to need about a cup of chicken stock with this also. I'm just going to eyeball that. I don't know, of course you don't notice this at home, but when I first put the marsala in, it was very intense, but now it's mellowed out somewhat. And I want to reduce this by half, so I put about a little over a cup in here, and there's about 3/4 of a cup left, just about another minute. It's not going to happen on an induction burner, but when you're adding alcohol to a hot pan like this, the best thing to do is, if you have either a gas range or an electric range, is to pull the pan off the heat and then add the alcohol and then put it back on. Because if you add it while it's on that flame, but it's going to ignite. But the thing is, you don't want it to ignite as you're pouring it in while your pan is over a burner. With induction, it doesn't happen. But just be careful when you do add alcohol to a pan that you pull it off the heat, add the alcohol, and then put it back. So we're just going to add chicken stock. That's about a cup of chicken stock. And I just want to get this boiling again. I have this thing maxed out right now. I always have difficult cooking on ranges or burners that aren't gas because I'm so used to gas at home and during the show. Let's just get this going. And I'm going to add a little pepper to this right now. And as soon as this boils, I'm going to add this. What was that again, Jim?
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
There you go.
And I'm going to have that thicken up, and then the sauce is going to be ready to use. I am going to add a few sprigs of parsley to this when this is ready. Now, this sauce is traditionally used with the saltimbocca, which is a veal cutlet or a chicken cutlet or a pork cutlet. Actually, if you were in Italy, you'd only get veal. They rarely use chicken in anything. They don't even have chicken parm. It's all veal parm, no matter what part of the country you go to. When if you ask for chicken parm, they look at you like you're trying to make somebody eat broccoli. But so what it would be is a cutlet that has a sprig of sage on it and then a piece of prosciutto. And then you'd saute that, and then you'd finish it off in this sauce. But I just want to get this going somewhat. And I have this maxed out, and I don't know why it's not. Just want to reduce this slightly before I add the flour and butter. How are we doing on time? Is there a good time for reduction here? And again, be creative with this particular recipe. Go with crazy mushrooms. Well, not crazy mushrooms, but go with yeah, with it though. No, but go with something like really off the beaten path. You'll be happy that you did that.
Something about crazy mushrooms?
Yeah. Will you hear what? Well, I have 3 types of mushrooms in here. I have portobellos, king mushrooms, and regular white button mushrooms. Nice. If I had porcinis, I would have put those in, but they're very difficult to find.
This time of year?
Yeah. I did get some in September at Italy.
But they take, oh, I love Italy.
Yeah, I got them at Italy.
Down at the Prudential Center.
Yeah, but I didn't share. I ate the whole batch.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There we go, our thickening agent.
Okay. Okay, we're almost done. So this is going to thicken up. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to leave it on high till it really thickens. Actually, in Asian cooking, they basically do this, but they use cornstarch. But we're using flour today. And if you're gluten-free, this works with rice flour. So I'm going to lower this a little now just to keep warm. Throw our parsley in. And that, as they say, is that. See how nicely that thickened up? So I'm just going to leave this on low to cook some of that rawness out of the flour. And we are done. Oh, so before I let you go, though, please scan the QR code to donate to the food pantry today. I'm going to toss it to our a cappella choir.
Ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let all their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love.
Well, that put me in the Christmas spirit.
I hope
very talented singers. They do a fantastic job for us every year. Okay. Are you ready for trivia question number 2?
I'm ready.
Again, here's a chance to win a $50 Visa gift card if you answer correctly by calling in. The question is, how many community members does the Council of Social Concern serve yearly? Make sure to call in your answer to the phone number, 781-995-4178. Again, the second trivia question is, how many community members does the Council of Social Concern serve yearly? Call in with your answer. Now, this past August, the Council of Social Concern hosted the Toast of Generosity to thank its many sponsors and volunteers. Please take a look.
On August 8th, 2024, Council of Social Concern hosted the Toast of Generosity reception at the Sanborn House in Winchester as a thank you to our donors and volunteers. It was a great evening of community and a celebration of all that Council of Social Concern has accomplished in the last several years. This includes expanding services, creating new programs, and renovating our building on Merrimack Street. All that we do is made possible through the volunteers, organizations, and individuals who support us.
Well, Jim, that was a fun night, and it was great to see our volunteers and sponsors be recognized and say a thank you to all who help us out.
Absolutely. Speaking
Speaking of thank yous, if you could, please scan the QR code to donate to the Children's Center's wish list. All right, next up, we've got Jesse Wetzel from the Woburn School Committee.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Jesse, welcome. Come on in between us.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Yeah,
Good.
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here, happy to be supporting such a great cause.
Well, thanks for coming down. We've had a couple of school committee members come on. How are things at the school committee for you?
I love it. So I'm in my second year on the school committee. You know, learning curve, but I think it's a fantastic opportunity to learn a lot more about a city you love and get to meet a lot of individuals and students and families. So it's been really rewarding in that regard.
And what are your priorities for the upcoming year on the school committee?
Absolutely. You know, continue to do good work for our families, continue to listen and advocate for their needs, specifically hosting listening sessions on important issues that the school committee is talking about, redistricting, and a plethora of other things. But really just making sure I have my ear to the ground to understand what the community needs and wants and how I can bring that forward publicly.
How do you see the Council of Social Concern fitting into what we do in the city?
Absolutely. So you do a lot of fantastic work. You have your early childhood program, which is phenomenal. It really gears kids up to start kindergarten, and they have those skills down. So when they show up for kindergarten, they're like, I know how to sit in the chair. I know what circle time is. I know what morning meeting is. I think that's fantastic. And you can't go to school and learn if you don't have enough to eat. So we have a fantastic program for that as well. And it's great for families to be able to access that, have food at home, and then of course we have free breakfast and lunch inside of our schools as well, but dinner at home, and it's great that those families that need that are able to get food in the pantry.
I mean, a lot of times when we think of the Council of Social Concern, we do think of the food pantry, but those education programs are so needed, and it's good that folks can take advantage of them when they need them.
I agree.
Well, thank you, Jesse, for being here. Thanks for coming down. If you could, maybe give a plug to our phone number today to help our cause.
Absolutely. So don't forget to donate, 781-995-4178. Thanks, Woburn.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right. We're going back to the City Council. Our next guest is City Councilor at Large, Rob Turo.
Hey, Rob.
And Rob has a guest he's bringing with him.
Yes,
hey, Rob,
how are you?
Welcome.
Nice to see you.
Come on
Good
in.
to have us.
Come on in the middle.
Come on.
And who is this you brought with us?
What's your name?
Olivia.
Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. How are you doing today?
Good.
You're on TV.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to on TV?
My best friend, Brooke.
Your best friend, Brooke.
Best friend,
All right,
Brooke's pretty lucky.
Olivia's here to say hello.
So, Rob, how are things going on the City Council?
Awesome, awesome. Similar to Jesse on the school committee, this is my second year on the council now. So,
excellent.
You know, as she said, a little bit of a learning curve when you first come on, but I think we've gotten a hang of it, and it's been great. It's been great.
And what are your priorities in your second year on the council?
To continue to do some of the stuff I did in year one, which would be, be available to the citizens, the residents of Woburn. Handling some of the issues that we're dealing with now, overseeing the building of the fire stations, working with the community to see what we're going to do with the Wyman School is a big topic right now.
Right.
Working with the current administration to make sure that our city departments are fully staffed and serving the community properly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Olivia, how's your school year going so far?
Good.
How old are you?
7.
And what grade are you in?
First.
And do you like school?
Yeah.
Oh, did someone tell you to say that? Or do you really like it?
I really like it.
That's good. Who's your teacher?
Miss Gibbons.
Do you like your teacher?
Yeah.
Is she nice?
Yeah.
That's great.
Hey, maybe Olivia can help us out with the phone number to help make the phone ring. Olivia, can you help us out with that phone number?
781-995-4178.
All right, everyone.
Done like a pro.
Thank you, Olivia, for being with us today. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure everyone at home to call that phone number and donate to such a fantastic cause.
Great. Thank you, Rob, for being here.
No problem.
Thank you, Olivia. Have a great day, and thank you for supporting the council,
Appreciate
all you
it.
do for the city.
Thank you so much. Have a good one,
Have
guys.
a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, next up, we have David Hunt from America in Crisis, Breaking the Cycle of Addiction. Dave, how are you?
Hey, David.
Doing very good.
Good to see you again.
Back.
Thanks for coming back.
Good to see you again.
How's everything going?
Good. I'm up. I'm out. I'm feeling a little bit better. Obviously, I'm here.
Great.
And I'm looking forward to the new taping of my show, which will be back in a couple of weeks.
Great.
Tell us a little bit about your organization.
I produce a show called America in Crisis, Breaking the Cycle of Addiction. We feature guests, doctors, city councilors, city officials, fire departments, ambulance companies, anybody that can tell you where to go, what treatments are available. A lot of people will Google up treatment, and you get things down in Florida popping up. This is local. This is ideas where you can go that just might save the life of a child. Kids get hooked on the drugs. You don't even know about it. They'll be watching and say, you know, that sounds like a good organization. I think I'll call those people. So it's nice to be able to help the community.
Well, that's fantastic. Important work for the community. What do you know about the Council of Social Concern? You keep coming back year after year. How is it important to your work?
Well, it's very important to me because they also have places they can recommend you to. They'll refer you to different areas, things in the area that they can go to. The only thing is that takes funding and that takes money. Obviously, that's why we're here today. To start with, I'd like to present a check for $100
Thank you.
to the organization. And life is... They're going to throw me off the air after this.
Absolutely not.
Life is all about choices. You can make some good choices. You can make some bad choices. And then you have to make some decisions that are very, very difficult, which involves this Council of Social Concern. They run the food pantry. There's some very difficult decisions a mom might have to make. She may have lost a job, got sick like I did, and been out of a job for several months, and she's got kids. Sometimes they're embarrassed to go for help. Sometimes they don't know where to turn for help, which is why the Council of Social Concern is so important. Mom's decision might be, okay, my kids are hungry. I'm on this medication because I got hurt. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to cut my medication in half so I can feed my kids. Or I'm going to do work an extra shift. Or I'll never see my kids, but I'm working 3 shifts. Decisions are very hard, and when you're a mother or a father with children, you need to make the right decisions and put yourself in the mix, not put yourself last. And by being able to go to the food pantry, Council of Social Concern alleviates that big burden when you need just a little bit more help and you can make things happen. But the mother will starve first before her kids will. They'll should never let that happen. And there's just so many other programs that Social Concern runs. I'm just going to address the food pantry, but that seems to affect people nowadays. Food prices are up, and with all the political stuff going on right now in the world, prices are only going to increase. And we rely on Social Concern and food pantries a lot more than we've done before. And they can't do it without your help. And I'm going to give everybody a quick lesson. First of all, 781-995-4178 is how you can help. What if you'd like to give $50 or $100, but you don't have it in your wallet? Well, they happen to take credit cards. I'll give everybody a brief lesson. You can pay off a credit card in 15 years. It's 180 payments. If you were to donate $100 on your credit card today, that would cost you 55 cents a month, and you could pay it off over 15 years. If you wanted to give $50, That's $27, 27 cents a month, not dollars, 27 cents every month to make a $50 donation to this organization. So do what's in your heart, and now it's up to the word choices like I just talked to earlier. Make a good choice. Pick up the phone, 781-995-4178, and do what your heart lets you do, especially now that you can realize for 27 cents or 55 cents a month, and you only have to do it once. You just put $100 on your credit card, or $50, and that will go such a long way for people that need your help. You'll feel better, they'll feel better, and you won't even notice 55 cents in a month, correct?
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
We so appreciate your passion and what you're doing for the city and the folks.
And looking forward to seeing everybody in a couple of weeks when my show is back on the air. Remember, that's America in Crisis, breaking the cycle of addiction. Let's see if we can save some more lives. Thank you.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you,
You can
David.
bring that with you. Thanks, David. So every November, the Council of Social Concern hosts a Thanksgiving basket distribution at the American Legion. We talked about it earlier. So let's take a look at last year's event.
It's so exciting to come here today and drop off 2 baskets that City Hall employees did. My friend Kevin came with me. He's our grant writer for the city. We had so many people who contributed, and looking around here today, amazing. We wish everyone a really happy Thanksgiving, and congratulations to the council for once again serving hundreds of families so they too can have a happy holiday.
Hi, I'm Sandy Lopez. And I'm Maggie Hibbard. And we're here at the food distribution. This is my 28th year doing food distribution. How long have you been doing it?
8 years.
8 years. We're accepting donations from people and companies, and we'll be giving out baskets this afternoon. We appreciate all the support from the cities.
Hi, my name's Michelle, and I am with Family Action Network of Winchester, and we've got 50 baskets today with us.
I'm David.
I'm Luch.
I'm Avani.
And I'm Vincenzo.
We're here with the Club of Social Concern and Woburn Football, and we're helping with the Thanksgiving basket drive put on by the Council of Social Concern here in Woburn. We're getting a bunch of food together to feed a bunch of families, and just volunteering our time in the middle of our week to do this. So it's a great time.
My name is Jessie Ben Cosme. I'm the Executive Director at the Council of Social Concern. This is my 3rd Thanksgiving basket drive, and each year I'm amazed at all the hard work that the staff put in the weeks leading up to this event. I'm grateful for all the volunteers and the people who donate and help make this all possible. I'm just grateful to be part of it all.
Hi, I'm Amy Charisse. I am the co-president of the Club of Social Concern with Woburn Memorial High School.
And my name's Zelene, and I'm also with Woburn Memorial High School, Club of Social Concern.
And today we are assembling and giving out Thanksgiving Day baskets. And yeah, looks like we've got a pretty good haul so far, and a little bit longer, and we'll be giving them out shortly. So super excited.
Yeah, we've got plenty. We're very excited to give families a good holiday season.
Absolutely.
This year, every year.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Batil. I'm a senior at Woburn Memorial High.
And I'm a junior.
And today we're here and we're volunteering and helping make the food baskets to give out to the community. And we have about over 300 baskets going on right now. In about an hour or two, all the people are going to come and we're going to pass the baskets out to everyone. And as you can see, you can barely see the floor. We have so many baskets. And we've spent the day like picking up the baskets from people's cars and unloading them and placing them in. And yeah, we're really excited to be here.
Yeah.
This is Kathy Luciero and Paula Matthews, the food pantry director, and we're here at, how many years have you been doing this? 15. 15, I've been doing it 18. So it's great. We thank all the donors Couldn't do it without them. All the volunteers helping today.
High school kids are great.
Yep, high school kids are great. And thank you, everybody, and have a nice Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. We're tired. We've got to go cook our own turkey, but we're willing to go and do it. It's too much fun.
It is.
It's
We have a lot of fun. We
to
do.
see everybody's reaction when they do get a basket and a turkey and stuff, it's worth every backache, right?
It is.
It's worth every
Most of them.
backache.
Thank you.
Mike Concannon here, Mayor of the City of Woburn. Just wanted to thank the Woburn Council of Social Concern for all that they do for those in our community. Particularly today, they've got a Thanksgiving food drive going and a basket distribution. And behind me is approximately 350 to 400 baskets, which will go to families in need this Thanksgiving. The baskets are chock full of all the fixings for a great Thanksgiving Day dinner, and we're so appreciative of everything that the Council of Social Concern and their volunteer team and students from Woburn High School have all joined us here today to distribute these baskets to those in need. So just a small way to give back to our community, especially to those in need, and we're very grateful for volunteers and supporters like those at the Council of Social Concerns.
All right. That was a great video of, our basket drive in action. We've heard so much about it today.
But to picture it and to see all the baskets and all that, one thing, I checked in with the talliers, if you will, the bean counters, and after 2 hours, we are over $21,000 in donations for today's telethon. I think we're doing really, really well.
And we still got a little bit less than an hour to go, so hopefully we can keep that number going up, which hopefully we can make that happen.
Yes.
We have something pretty special up next. So we have WPMC's own Anthony Giglio with the Woburn Memorial High School students Kevin Santos and Victoria Garcia de Pena performing Die with a Smile.
Cause you already know what you mean to me, and our love's the only one worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a
and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.
Wow, Jim, that was fantastic.
Some more of our local talent.
Exactly. Even a little bit closer to home in that Anthony's working the control room today.
Yep.
Great job, Anthony, on the keys there. That was really nice to see.
Very talented guy. All right, so we have a couple more guests coming on. I mentioned earlier about different service clubs. Representing the Woburn Kiwanis Club, we have Mark Kickless and Will Levine.
And
come on down. Good to see you.
Good
Come
to
on
see
in
ya.
the middle. Good to see you.
Yes,
Welcome.
Rich.
Good to see you.
Hi, Rich.
Mark
Good
Kickless,
to
good to see you.
Nice
to see you guys.
Thanks for coming down, guys.
So, the Kiwanis Club, what's going on with you guys this year?
Thank you. I'm glad that you asked. Well, Kiwanis Club's been supporting the youth of the city since 1948. Part of also what we do is we have clubs associated with the junior high. That's the Builders Club. We also have the Key Club that's at the high school level. Also have the Best Buddies program. We sell Christmas trees. That's a long-standing tradition we have in North Woburn. And coming up soon, we have a cribbage tournament.
You're a cribbage player, Jim?
Do you play cribbage?
There you go.
It's great.
That sounds like fun.
Love cribbage. How about yourself? Do you play?
Not yet, but I guess it's never too late to learn, right?
That's right.
You can play at his team.
So this is going to be our third annual cribbage tournament, and this year we're partnering with the American Cancer Society to raise money to support pediatric cancer.
Nice.
And I'd like to mention one of our presenting sponsors this year is Lightwork Therapy and Recovery right here in Woburn.
Great.
That's something that's coming up on Saturday, April 5th, hosted by the Delaney at the Vale. That's one of the new residential properties over at the old General Foods plant. So we're happy for them to host the club and the tournament.
Well, that sounds fantastic. A lot going on in your club. And, you know, it's been a service organization in the city of Woburn for a long time, as you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
What brings you here today?
Here today to present this Council of Social Concern that a couple of our members are quite active with, present you with a check to help out in today's fundraiser.
Right on cue. Very good.
Well, we thank you very much for your support over the years. You're very generous to the council and, you know, included in the great work that you do for the community. So thank you very much for coming down here and helping us out today.
Oh, our pleasure. Glad to help out the city. Thank you, Rich.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you for coming by.
Good to see you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming.
Have a good day.
We said it before, but we're very fortunate in the city to have such great organizations like the Kiwanis Club, like Rotary, you know, some others that we'll hear from later today to help us out and help the city out.
A lot of people giving selflessly of themselves, time, treasure, talent, and that's just been exemplified today. And I think we'll even bring some more on a little bit later on today. But our next guest, the Director of Veteran Services for the City of Woburn, Bob Davis, come on down.
Hey, Bob.
Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. No stranger
good to see
us.
you.
Nice to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming down.
How's everything going? 16 years.
16 years? Yeah.
It's great.
We're getting
amazing. So, how do you see the Woburn Council Social Concern impacting our community?
So I think it's both of us, right? So organically, we both deal with a lot of indigent, a lot of elder of our community. So I think organically we touch base quite a bit.
Sure.
Same with the senior center. There's folks coming back and forth. Some widows, veterans, etc. It just blends in. The folks will come in, all of a sudden the conversation start. Hey, is your mom or dad a veteran? Maybe we can help you out over here. It's just great to see the different parts of the community and how much help they give to our community, within our community.
Well, it's a team effort, like your organization, like the council, like we've heard from some others today. You know, it really is it's about connecting people to the right resources. And certainly that's, you know, where you deal with veteran services, what's going on with veteran services?
So veteran services right now, I think a big thing a lot of the community is speaking about is what's called the HERO Act. It was passed in August. So it changed the definition of a veteran. There's a lot of work going around excise tax, around tax abatements, et cetera. So there's a lot of work in the city with that. Hopefully make quite a few families happy. but continue to work on that. We served last year close to 748, all in, 847 veterans on the federal side, to the tune of, close to $1 million in benefits. So we do a lot of work, and then obviously our work around 115 continues to work, Chapter 115 program within the city.
Amazing.
That's fantastic work.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Vital work to the community and to, our veterans out there that live in the community. So thank you for all you do.
Absolutely. No,
to serve
thank
our
you for all
community.
everyone does here. It's phenomenal.
Maybe help us out.
Sure.
Maybe give our number. We haven't given it for a few minutes.
Sure. No, you mean no one's hitting this number up already? No? 781-995-4178. Hoping everyone's close to a phone and making that call now.
And don't forget, if you call in, you can answer our trivia question, which is how many volunteers work at the senior center, and you can have a chance to win that $50 Visa gift card.
All right.
Can I give you that number?
Yeah, you have to call in. You can call in, absolutely.
What I would like to do on behalf of the Department of Veteran Services and the United Veterans Council, present this to the Council of Social Concern.
Thank you very much for your
Thank you
continued
very much
support.
for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Jim.
Bob.
Rich.
Good to see you. Yep.
Thanks so much.
Be well.
All right, Jim. I think that trivia question is, how many people, individuals, does the Council of Social Concern serve
I
this
messed that up. Yeah.
You had the senior center on your mind because they do great work and they have so many great volunteers.
Yes.
I think it's tough to quantify how many volunteers they actually have because people give in so many different ways. So, next up we have John Searson from the Woburn Host Lions, another great civic organization in town. Oh, and he's got a special guest with him.
Hey, John. How are you? Welcome. Hi there.
John. How are you?
Hey, come on in. Turn around.
So everyone can see you on TV.
Who'd you bring with us today, John?
This is my grandson, Micah.
Hi, Micah.
Hi, Micah. How are you?
He's one of two. The other grandson's Stevie, but he's not here today.
So you're with the Host Lions.
Woburn Host Lions.
What is going on with the Host Lions?
Well, there's always something going on with us. We're always busy. Our next event that's coming up is going to be in March 13th. That's our annual Needle Night. And tickets.
Always a popular event in the city.
Well, for some people and maybe not for others. But tickets are available from any Lions member. Also, next month, April 2nd, we have the Taste of Spring. We do that in conjunction with New Path. Tickets are $25 for that
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
It evolved from what used to be a wine tasting, and now it's become more of a restaurant tasting. And so we have many, probably 25, 30 restaurants that are going to participate. There'll be food samplings. There'll also be maybe some alcoholic beverage there.
Maybe.
Vinny, are they going to let you in?
You never know. And again, tickets are $25. They're available on Eventbrite.
Wonderful.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic event. Thank you for all you do for the community. What brings you here today?
Well, today I'm pleased to be able to present a check to the Council of Social Concern, which is a tremendous service to the Woburn community, and we're pleased to be able to continue to support you.
Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you for supporting our organization and all you do for the city of Woburn. But before you go, let's give Micah a little shout out here. Micah, how old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4, and is there anybody at home that you want to say hello to?
Yeah.
Who do you want to say hello to?
Which one?
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, you said hi to your daddy. I like it. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for helping us out raise some money, okay?
Okay.
Do it for Micah. Call that number, 781-995-4178, and help us raise money for the Council of Social Concern. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Micah.
All right, Jim, I think it's time to cook again.
I think we're going back to Vinny.
We have Mo coming up. No, we have one more coming
up.
Oh.
We're going to hold off on Vinny for a second. Mo,
get
come
ready,
on
Vinny.
down.
Get ready, Vinny.
Mo, and he is a member of our
Hey, Mo,
board of
good to see
directors.
you.
Are you the president of the board of directors?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mo's the president of the board of directors for Council of Social Concern.
Yeah.
You've been involved with the board for many, many years.
Along with Rich.
Along with
Yes,
Rich,
Rich.
absolutely. How are things going?
Things are going very well. I think, we are at a good place right now. Rich can attest to that. Thank you for his leadership. He talked me into become the president, and it was a good recruiting event at Cafe Nero. I remember that. And but we're at a very good place. I think we're doing more in the community now as an organization. We have excellent staff. We've had a few more programs that we started. For example, we started the Mary Lang Scholarship. Mary Lang was a lifelong member of the Council of Social Concern. She did a tremendous amount of social work. She was from the Woburn community, and she bled orange. And she was truly a person from Woburn, and she wanted, and she was very, very helpful to me and my family and my transition into the Council of Social Concern. And her spirit was magnanimous. And when she passed away a few years back, we started a scholarship fund in her name. It's called the Mary Lang Memorial Scholarship, and the application's open tomorrow for students from Woburn or Winchester that they can apply, and it's a $2,500 per, so 2 students, $2,500 per.
So applications open tomorrow?
Yeah.
Any other guidelines besides being a student from Winchester or Woburn?
No, pretty much good grades are important, and good community engagement. Heart for the community. We're looking for people that have Mary's spirit.
That's a wonderful
and to
tribute.
Continue that into the new generation, because we're at the stage in our national history. I think we need more communal connections than.
We need more people like Mary Lang.
Yes,
that is for sure.
Yeah.
And Mo, in addition to the Council of Social Concern, you're involved in the community. Can you just talk a little bit about your involvement and what you do?
Yes, for the last 18 years, I've been the pastor of the Shepherd's House in Woburn. And so when I started, the church was kind of, most of the times faith communities are isolated. Then I wanted us to reach out, because I believe every one of us is doing God's work. And so just to network and work with folks like yourself and other communities within Woburn to make our place better. So when we come together, that there is this, this massive energy that starts to move in the right direction. So I've been pastoring them, and that's one thing. And from my own ancestral land, I just got back from India and Malaysia, taking care of my mom first. Charity starts at home.
You're a good son.
And then had the foundation where we helped, women and men with medical camps, and then empowering women in the tribal areas with work, like sewing machines, giving them 100 sewing machines, and getting businesses to invest in them, and so forth, and scholarship funds. So I just got back with that. So much more community-centric that way. And
great work in and out of Woburn. So
yes,
thank you for all you do.
Everything happens out of Woburn, and Woburn was the first place in these United States that the pastor was commissioned.
Wow.
Yeah, it is the first community that a pastor was commissioned, and I think we have that responsibility.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, we thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do for the council. It was good to see you.
From the church, we have $2,500.
Wow, that's fantastic.
For the Council of Social Concern, putting our money where our mouth is.
Well, we appreciate you making that donation on behalf of the church.
Thank you to you and the church.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. Right that way.
Vinny.
All right, Vinny, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
We're ready for you. Let's go back to Vinny.
Okay. Hold on, just bear with me. I want to crank this. We're going to crank this whole thing up a notch now. We've had a couple of sauces, the piccata sauce, the masala sauce, that were very, cooked very slowly and very nicely. But now we're going to get into something that's a little more intense. We're going to make a curry sauce. And we're not going to hold back on garlic and onion on this one. We're not going to clean our garlic on this one. We're just going to take the paper off. Let's get a couple of, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil going. I have this on medium-high. And I want to, so what you want to do is get a, small onion. Doesn't have to be a big onion. Actually, most of our sauces are about 1.5 cups. You can always double or triple any of this if you're having a crowd. So let's get rid of that. So you want to slice this up. That's good. That's nice and hot. You add your onion first, that way it has a little bit of a buffer before you put your garlic in so the garlic doesn't burn, because we are working at a higher temperature than we were on the other sauces, although the masala sauce did not have garlic. But it's something to remember, even when you're making spaghetti sauce. Toss that in. So that's 1 small onion. I only put in 2 cloves because they were very large cloves of garlic. And we'll soften these for a couple of minutes. We're going to be adding ginger to this. So some grated ginger. Going to leave the skin on. I'm just going to grate that. Let me refer to my cheat notes here. How much of this do I need? Half a teaspoon, it's probably a little bit more. What I like to do, and I couldn't do it today, is when I'm grating ginger on a rasp like this, I like to have the ginger, I leave the ginger in the freezer and it grates really nicely. That's something you might want to remember for a little tip. Here's a ginger. We give that a little stir. Okay, what are we gonna do next? We're gonna stir in some curry. And curry is not just curry, it's about it depends on what type of curry it is, but there's about 4 to 6 ingredients in it. A bunch of them I can't even pronounce, but there is some salt in it, some fenugreek, there's some cumin, and a few other things. This curry that I'm using today is called Madras curry. One of the ingredients is paprika, but it's a Madras curry has a paprika that has a little more spice to it. If a regular curry does not, it has paprika, but mild paprika. So curry, we want 3 tablespoons. And I want to stir that into the oil in a minute. And I need sugar. I have some regular white sugar here, and that sugar is about a teaspoon. So rough measure. And cinnamon. What's the cinnamon? Another half teaspoon of cinnamon. And the key to this is like when you're making chili, you do the same thing as you want to bloom these spices into that oil that's mixed in with the onion and the garlic. And that's going to bloom those. It's going to open them up. Open that up, and then we're going to be adding some tomato paste. Any tomato paste will do. Just don't get tomato paste that's flavored. Just get plain tomato paste. The one in the tube is fine, although I don't like the ones that come in a tube. To me, they're too thin. So I'm going to use a nice tablespoon of tomato paste. And you want to cook some of that rawness out of the tomato paste. I'm going to add about a half a cup to 3/4 cup of chicken stock. Just break up that paste. That's one thing, not to get off track here, but when you're using paste to make tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, you should cook that paste down rather than just toss it into the liquid tomatoes. You should fry that and cook some of that rawness out of it. Okay, that's beautiful. Now we're going to add a half a cup of coconut milk. You can use, does anybody know what this is? I showed a few people, they didn't know what it was. It's a can opener, actually. So I'm going to add about a half a cup. You can use yogurt for this too. You don't have to use coconut milk. I'm going to use about a half a cup of this. Give that a nice stir. And again, we're on medium-high here. And this can be eaten as is. This can be eaten as some sauteed chicken, or just eat this with rice, some basmati rice. And the longer you leave it on here, the thicker it's going to get. Or naan bread. This is great with some naan bread, because that naan bread has a little bit of sweetness, and this has that little bit of heat from the paprika that's in it, the hot paprika. And it's a nice balance, very nice balance. And that's about it. That is about it. Maybe a little thicker here. And again, you can save this. You can save this for about a week. Actually, if we didn't add the coconut milk, we could probably save it a little bit longer, and just add the coconut milk at a later time. So you could saute some chicken, maybe with a little bit of paprika, a little bit of curry, and then simmer it in here and finish it off in this sauce. And that, yes, Rich. Oh, I thought you were going to ask a question.
I don't know, Vinny, it smells great in here.
Does it?
I mean, you can smell it all throughout the high school.
We have from three different regions of the world. We have piccata sauce, which is basically Italian. We have the marsala sauce, which I think is more. It's more of northern Italy, northern Europe, and we have curry, which is down from the. From India, so we're all over the map today. If I had ketchup, I could say it was United States, right?
There you go. A little bottle of Heinz for you.
Okay, you're up, Jim. I think, does somebody have the answer to that question?
There we go.
Okay, so here is the answer to the second trivia question. Again, the question was, and I'll get it right this time, how many community members does the Council of Social Concern serve yearly? And the answer is over 1,800 people.
A lot of people served by the council. It's fantastic.
Amazing.
Okay, we have one final trivia question for you before the afternoon's over. Name one of the Council of Social Concerns programs. Make sure to call in with your guess and have a chance to win a $50 Visa gift card. One more time, the question is, name one of the Council of Social Concerns programs. Call in at 781-995-4178 with your answer.
We've been talking about them all day, so that was a pretty, that's a pretty easy one.
You've been watching,
I think,
slam dunk.
But call in with the answer, again, win that $50 Visa gift card. Our next guest from the Social Capital Incorporated, David Crowley, old friend, come on in.
Hey, good
to see you, my friend.
How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming down.
Come on in between us.
All right. I didn't want to come between you.
Good to see you, David.
Great to see you.
How's everything going with you?
It's going well. Glad to be here, especially with the good smells. I hope I get a little taste out.
I know, right?
I know you're an avid cook. I see you online.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely.
So what have you been up to this winter?
Well, great. So, in fact, at Social Capital Inc., we just yesterday had about 100 people come together in Boston to kick off a program that we have called the Youth Grand Pitch Contest. We have basically 15 teams of kids working on community projects with the help of volunteer mentors, and we have 2 teams from Woburn and 1 from Winchester. So we'll see. We'll have to see how
a little friendly rivalry there.
A little friendly rivalry, exactly. So that's one of our programs, and we collaborate a lot with the council. So we are happy to come over and share our support support with a modest little donation and a mug. You know, we as our nonprofit,
hold that up. Let's
our
hold that one up.
donation budget isn't big as a nonprofit, but we leverage our social capital and have a mug. So Jesse and the team, you know, they work hard over there. So when they're caffeinating up to get a grant done or something like that, they'll think of us.
Well, no donation's too small. Everything's appreciative, so thank you for that and helping our agency. As you say, you collaborate a lot, which is fantastic. Why don't you talk a little bit about how you guys collaborate?
Yeah, sure. So one great example is we collaborated a lot as COVID was really in full swing. First, like we worked with them to organize volunteers that would go to, I don't want to give away the name of a program here, but we organized volunteers that would go over to the food pantry and get emergency food boxes to people that had to quarantine because of COVID. That then led us to actually collaborate. We worked together and got a federal grant, $75,000 together to help promote awareness about the COVID vaccine and stuff like that. And now we just, keep our lines of communication open. Needs are always changing quickly. So, in fact, we were just at the council last month. They hosted a meeting. Once a quarter, we facilitate but move around groups of nonprofits and community groups in the area that meet to share what each other's doing. So Jessie hosted us over at the council for that. She's always, ready to, pick up the phone or shoot an email to support what else is going on in the community, as well as all the many programs they run here, which I'm not going to name another one. I did slip one into my comments.
That's okay. That's okay. They just have to call in.
All right. Excellent.
Well, we appreciate you coming down.
Well, happy
we
to be here.
All
Yeah.
your work for the city and beyond,
Thank
and inspiring the next generation for service, which is fantastic because we need people to continue on the mission.
Super.
So thanks for being here, and thank you for the donation.
All right. Good luck with the rest of the telethon.
Thank you,
David.
All right, next up, we have James Austin. Come on down, James. How are you?
Hello, gentlemen.
How are you, James?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming down.
James, you're on the school committee.
That is correct.
So are you relatively new to the school committee, or have you been on it for a while now?
I am relatively new.
All right.
I got installed, sworn in 2024.
Congratulations. So you're in your
thank you so
second
much.
year.
How's everything on the school committee for you?
It's actually been going really well. I'll quickly tell you a backstory. So I've never really been a fan of politics. I mean, I always voted, but I wasn't really a fan of like the whole bickering on both sides. And so I was really hesitant to step into the race, but I was moved by a little bit of anger to run, and love actually made me run to fight for our children. And once I got on, it was actually a great experience. The colleagues of mine have been extremely helpful. They've been supportive. Lastly, I would say that the community members have been really supportive. Where I go, people are thanking me. They've been extremely supportive as far as my campaign.
That's fantastic. And what brings you here today?
What brings me here today? Social concern. That's what I call it. This is an organization that my family has utilized several years ago. When we went through some trouble, we needed some daycare help, and they was willing to help us. And so I was called to come forth and speak about the great things that they do, and hopefully people will call, and the number 781-995-4178. So I'm happy to be here to spread the message of that they do, the wonderful works that they do. So why would I not want to come? I'm excited at all that they do, and hopefully people will be willing to give.
We've heard a lot about the food pantry today, and we've heard a little bit about the child care center. But tell us a little bit more your experience with the child care center and daycare.
Child care center. So many years ago, we needed some assistance, and it was actually pretty seamless. We went. I believe my wife will tell you better than me. Her brain, her memory is totally better than mine. But we went forth. We needed some help, and they were able to not only give us a voucher. They was able to connect us and allow us to meet with different individuals in the community that would be willing to, receive our child. And so it's been a great experience to know that there's an organization that's local, which you don't hear too much about, which is always the case, right? An awesome organization.
Usually it's from the state or whatnot.
Exactly, but they're here, they're local, and they're willing to offer assistance. So.
The epitome of neighbors helping neighbors.
Exactly. That is one thing I would say about Woburn. When there's a time of need, Woburn will show up and show out. Whether it's for a football game, whether it's for a community hearing, or such as today, to offer support, whether it's financial or voluntary. So
Absolutely, and Jim and I can attest to that today with all the great guests that have come on. If you go in the back in the library, there's a lot of socializing, fellowship going on. It's a great day. One of my favorite days of the year because it brings everybody out and for the common cause of the Council of Social Concern.
Yeah.
So
No,
thank you for coming down. We appreciate it.
I've always seen on telethons on TV, and I was excited to be a part of one. So I was like, you know what? Why not jump?
We're excited to have you here, and we want you to come back.
I appreciate it, man. So thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming down.
All right, you guys take care.
Great to see you.
Fantastic.
Up next,
we have Cynthia Tachi. Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
How's it going?
How are you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
I saw you last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is everything?
Everything is excellent.
You guys have some big plans.
Oh, yes. Tachi Construct has been a very loving being part of Woburn for like 25 years now. And we have some great plans for Central Square. And we're looking forward to getting that going and just making a big impact. When you first drive into Woburn, you're going to see something really, really beautiful.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're excited to see that come to life.
Yes.
Tachi has been a big part of the Council of Social Concern. Do you want to speak a little bit about that?
Well, the council has been such a fabulous part of this city. The city is like so vibrant and so much. The people are so great, and they're so generous, and they just reach out and help each other all the time. And the council is just one of the many ways which people have, reach out and help each other. And it's really a great thing to donate to. So if you haven't done it yet, you can call 781-995-4178 and give anything you can, because frankly, every little bit helps. We've got a check for the council today, and I hope everybody else can also open their pockets and help out for your neighbors that need your assistance.
Fantastic.
That is quite as well to do as you are.
Thank you very much for coming down again this year. Thank you for all you do for the community and the company does for the community. So it's great to have you here and on this Sunday supporting the Council of Social Concern.
Thank you very much. We're very proud to be part of Woburn.
Excellent.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take your envelope.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
And we were just, Jim, talking about the Children's Center, but it's good to remind people at home that please scan the QR code to donate to the Children's Center's wish list.
And when you call in, don't forget about our trivia question. Name one of the programs that we have at Social Concern at Social Concern. So up next, we have Just Dancing performing Waterfall Fight.
next, we have the Council of Social Concerns' own Amanda Harvey with WPMC's Anthony Giglio performing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Well, that was pretty amazing.
Amazing.
I've known Amanda for a few years now, and I didn't know that that came out of her. That was amazing. All right.
Good job, guys.
So the answer to our third and final trivia question. The question was to name one of the programs at the Council of Social Concern. And the answer is Family Child Care System, Children's Center, Parenting Education, and the Food Pantry.
Well, it's been a fun day.
I can't believe we're 3 hours into this.
Yeah, we're in the final minutes, and it's time to bring up the Executive Director, Jesse Ben-Cosme, to talk about the Council of Social Concern. Come on up, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
How's the day gone?
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Good.
Thank you to all the wonderful supporters. We have raised $25,445.
Over
That's fantastic.
$25,000. Fantastic.
Great job, everybody. Nice work.
Good job.
That's actually one of our highest, so thank you, everybody that made this event a success.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we've heard a lot about, from our guests, what the social concern means to them. What's going on at the Council of Social Concern? What do you want viewers at home to know?
So one of our favorite events this year was the Back to School event that we held in August. That was in partnership with Torah Construction. We were able to give away over 170 bags full of school supplies for kids entering the public schools in September, so that was really fun. We had an ice cream truck, we had face painting, glitter tattoos. Minnie and Mickey made a surprise visit. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Anytime you get the mouses, that's pretty good. Must be a big deal.
Yeah, they got a busy schedule.
Right.
So that was a lot of fun. Also, we had great news in August as well. August was a good month for us. We were notified that we are recipients of a $500,000 grant from the state.
Bravo.
Fantastic.
From their EEOST funds. And we will be renovating our childcare center, our playgrounds, and part of our lobbies. And a big goal for us since 2023 was to make our building more accessible, and this grant will help us with that.
That's fantastic.
That's great news.
Building's what, about 22, 23 years old at this point?
I think it's 23 years old now, so it's really exciting.
It's been well loved. A lot of kids come through there, a lot of clients.
Yeah, as you know, 100% of our kids are 100% subsidized from the state. So being able to do this for them is really amazing. We serve children from DCF. Some of our children are homeless. So being able to give them a brand new physical environment is really a big dream of mine. So
that's fantastic. Well, great work under your leadership happening at the council, carrying on the legacy that's been going on for over 50 years in this community. And, you know, days like today, you see the community come out for you. It's a special day, right?
Yep, it's very humbling, amazing. Thank you to all the staff that made this day possible, WPMZ as well. If anybody is looking on ways to support us, we have our auction coming up in April, on April 11th, at the Stone and Woburn Elks. You can also call the number still, 781-995-4178, before the phones shut down. That's it, I think.
Well, thank you very much, Jesse, for all you do for the community and all your dedicated and hard work.
Great
work.
Great work. Thank you.
Thank you to you guys for hosting.
You're welcome.
Right.
All right, I think we're about to wrap it up here, but we've got one final guest. Brian Ouellette,
Last but not least, right?
the Executive Director of Woburn Public Media Center. I don't think people realize that, you know, this takes a village to build, and Brian and his staff are welcoming and always support the cause, and we thank you for all you do for us today.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm just here for my annual thank yous, and first and foremost to thank the hosts, Jim Major and Rich Mucci, and also Vinny. Vinny, why don't you come on in? Vinny, the shoe from EC, who does the cooking. Great cooking segments, and thanks you guys for standing up here for 3 hours under the lights and doing this. It seems to go by really quickly.
Yeah, it was quick this year, really.
Really fast.
But, you know, not only in front of the camera, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I want to thank, too. First and foremost, from WPMC is Lauren Coleman, who is our technical director today. Anthony Gilio was our producer.
Oops. See, Rich, that's how you say it.
Sorry, Anthony.
Our producer today. Jen Gatta ran audio. She's also our senior producer here at the station. Kevin Burkett was here as a camera operator. And we have 2 high school volunteers that were here today that were switching off doing camera and teleprompter. We had Riley McDonough and Evan Johnson that did a great job behind the scenes. So thank you guys too. As far as the Council of Social Concern, I want to thank Amanda Harvey, who you don't see, well actually you just saw her singing, but you don't see her that much in front of the camera. Definitely need thanks. Jesse Ben Cosme, Maddie Mitchell, Tyler Hansen, Paula Matthews, Elena Fontana, Lisa Garrett, Kirsten Lockery, and Darren Sawicki helping out today. So I just wanted to thank them. A lot goes on behind the scenes to make this happen. It truly was neighbors helping neighbors today. That's what, you know, I say every year, but it really is personified today. So thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you to the staff. Thank you to the volunteers. It's been a great day, a great 3 hours, $25,000 raised. It's amazing. So thanks to everybody in Woburn for calling in and helping us out.
All right. We'll see you in 2026.
Sounds good.